We'll just wait for everybody to notice that we're live and come on in for a chat. Hello, beautiful people. Beautiful people. We're just going on a little drive. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Hello and welcome. We're in the car. We're taking a little stroll. How is everybody doing tonight? Hello, hello.
So we got one person on board.
We got one person on board.
Hey, old faithful. We got to love that. Thanks for chiming in.
Hello, hello.
Killing like a couple of villains.
We are doing a wellness check. And we're driving through our beautiful city of Toronto. On this lovely evening, we were supposed to get rain, and of course we did get none. Not one drop. It dropped, the rain fell in the city, but just not in our little neck of the woods. Hello, hello.
Hi and welcome. Welcome chiming in. Welcome to our channel.
Hello, everybody.
Move along.
We've decided to go live on our little drive and have a little chat, see how everybody's doing, see how the gardens are growing, how everybody's feeling. Hello and welcome.
How is it? We don't see who's on? Who's
on
the live?
I don't know. Maybe everybody's being... Can I go to Tim's, please? Maybe everybody's being really quiet. Let me know where you're out there.
We are just rolling along in our lovely city. And, I just actually experienced something a little silly with a lot of these road changes. And here in Toronto, especially in the East End in Scarborough where I live, there's a lane going southbound, and one of the lanes is actually blocked off. It's got like red hash marks.
About this every time we drive.
It's got red hash marks all over that particular lane, and that lane is designated for cyclists and bus only. So that leaves one lane for every single other tax-paying driver to pile into, while the other lane remains completely empty with this red hashtag. And let me tell you something, that is the biggest piece of BS I've ever seen for taxpayers to be treated like that. Because the lane does stay
empty
all the time.
Yeah.
But yet everyone piles into the one lane and bumper to bumper. And if you ever dare slip over into that red hash lane, you'll hear that siren behind you and you will incur a very expensive ticket.
Yes.
I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you think, because I personally don't think that is fair at all.
Yeah.
And I think what I need to do is to petition these Canadian politicians, as we have I know it's a federal election coming up, but still I can make a lot of noise, to say that's not right. I
think it's so that our city stays green. It encourages people to ride bikes and take buses instead of polluting the air with all these vehicles with one person driving in them.
Yeah, and lo and behold, I have no politicians living in my neighborhood, so they could care less, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's a beautiful evening, Wednesday evening. How is everybody doing? Did you all go to work today? What's the deal?
Are you all at work today?
Everybody's in their gardens. Everybody's in their
gardens. Not if you're my AC family. You know where you're at. Doing your thing, as usual, keeping it moving.
Yeah. We've been having trouble keeping our garden hydrated. I don't know about you guys, but I found myself getting up at the crack of dawn before the heat is upon us, watering then, and then sometimes having to water again at the end of the night, because the plants just look so sad and tired and droopy.
Yeah, they certainly need water. The weather has not been, it's been good for some people, but it's been extreme heat going through this region in the last few days.
And most of you are growing tomatoes, so you know what it's like to not have your tomatoes hydrated. They don't do very well. So
as usual, guys, I can't seem to pass a Tim Hortons without this lady wanting to stop for a cup of Joe. And
Listen.
what that does, that encourages me to have. You know what? I think I'm gonna have an iced cappuccino today. I don't want any hot beverage, but she has an addiction.
Tim Hortons is good for the soul.
And for those of you, anybody here south of the border, Tim Hortons is equivalent to your Dunkin' Donuts, coffee house, donut house, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They'll stop by for a snack.
Well, Tim Hortons is now in the States, which I find sacrilegious because Tim Hortons is a Canadian staple.
Yeah, but it's all about who's the highest bidder.
I guess so.
So it's not about.
I guess
it's not
so.
about. I mean, borders are all broken down now, and it's all about who has the money and who can afford to bring it.
I guess so.
So
hello, everybody. Hello. Let everybody know that we are live.
We are live.
We are live. We are live.
We are live.
Come and chat with us.
Come and say hello. See what's up.
Come and chat with us. Tell us what's
All
been
our
going on
beautiful
with your
people.
gardens. We're just here waiting in this crazy line.
And I'm actually thinking about doing a breakfast live this weekend. I would love to get some ideas from you guys as to what you want to see in the breakfast live. I want to get up and cook some breakfast, either Saturday or Sunday morning. I haven't decided which one yet. But I'd like to prepare some breakfast, invite you into my kitchen.
We seem to be doing that every now and again. Going live cooking breakfast on the weekends.
And I think people love that. I mean, you're sitting home, you're trying to get some breakfast ideas or trying to see how a breakfast meal is prepared. We certainly can help you do that brunch.
Now, Suzette is in New Jersey. Hey, Suzette. She loves
Suzette,
watching our
what's
videos
going
in
on,
New Jersey.
Suzette?
Well, New Jersey's not too far. You're our cousins over there in New Jersey. So the same weather that we're having here must be the same heat wave that you're having there. So I don't know about you, but it's taken us a heck of a lot of water to keep our poor garden hydrated. Now, do you have vegetables or do you just have flowers in your garden over there? Yes, she says same thing over there. This heat, like, it's killing us.
I mean,
over
let's not complain
I'm
about the
not complaining.
heat.
As you can see, I'm kind of golden right now. I have a bit of a
in a couple of months' time, or what are we looking at? A couple of months' time,
Suzette just has flowers.
We'll be crying.
Has your order been taken?
No, actually, no. I'm looking for a medium ice cap and a medium double, please.
See, he says
That's it.
that I drink too much coffee,
you.
but he's right behind me with the iced cappuccino.
Well, I gotta drink something cold in this heat. I think they say when it's hot, though, you're supposed to consume a hot beverage, but no, not for me. Does that mean when it's cold, you're supposed to get a cold beverage?
Well,
I don't know about that. I tend to want to flip that
Suzette
around.
says that she wants to start planting vegetables. Tariq, hello, Tariq.
Hey, Tariq, my
How
old
are
faithful.
Well,
Welcome.
Suzette, we do plant some vegetables. We want to start expanding our vegetables, actually. Right now, we're just doing tomatoes because they're easy. We do
Peppers.
tomatoes and different types of peppers, and we were really successful with those.
Yeah.
We got some basil and a few other herbs. So I think next season we might venture out and plant all this stuff and then don't eat it. So I want to plant what I can eat. I see all my beautiful garden friends planting like melons and juicing with Jay and his beautiful dragon fruit. I even had a garden friend, I cannot remember which page it was, but she had pineapple. I believe she was in Texas. I believe she was from Texas. And she had 2 pineapples coming up.
She has the perfect weather for pineapples. She's got that nice warm weather all year
So
round.
I'm a little bit stoked about doing that next season. Now, I know a lot of people are planting their fall crops right now. We've never really planted fall crops like cabbages and broccoli and that kind of stuff. We
This
kind of usually end when the tomato season kind of ends when
I
the
gotta
cold,
tell
when the
you though,
frost
this
comes.
is probably one of the slowest Tim Hortons I've been to. I don't know if this guy is buying for his entire neighborhood, but sure taking his sweet time. And when you go through this line and you want a cup of coffee or something, you just need to get it and go.
Yeah.
It's a 2-minute job.
But yeah, we've decided that we were going to take a little trip. I mean, with this pandemic, we have family and friends that are still really shut in. So that's the case really with my father. She says I have to create fencing, so that's why she's hesitant. She has a lot of animals. I totally get that. Suzette, because we also have a lot of animals. Hey, Kiki, how are you doing? Kiki, we're talking about our gardens and how, and Kiki, I believe, is in upstate New York.
You don't have my coffee yet, but you're charging me.
And Kiki knows about. Are you arguing with the coffee people?
I am, because
I'm trying to talk to our garden
they're so in a
friends.
hurry to take my money, but they only have half my order ready.
Anyways,
So, thank you.
poor girl. Thank you. Anyhow, we're talking about how this weather has our gardens so parched, and I've been getting up at the crack of dawn to water my poor little garden to keep it hydrated. And Suzette was saying that she has to put up some fencing because she has so many animals and she wants to grow some vegetables, but I guess afraid of the critters. I have been on a 3-year battle with raccoons in my yard.
We've actually captured about 12 raccoons and 3 possums in our backyard. And now I think we've gotten rid of a lot of them and relocated them, as the law states. And now, in the last few years, we really haven't had any issues with that.
No, like we still have a few raccoons that pass through our yard. We seem to be the super highway of backyards. And see, Kiki says she needs to water shortly too because it's blazing hot. And I mean, you go through the whole season of planting, fertilizing, caring for these plants, even the flowers, deadheading, doing all this stuff. And you miss one day of not giving adequate water, and you could lose your whole summer's work.
Well, listen, that's actually equivalent to you going one day without drinking any water and getting all hydrated.
But
so
I mean,
the way
people
I look
have
at
lives
this,
now. People are back to work. We're not all shut in right now.
I'm with you on that, but I look at it, plants and your garden and your lawn. I look at it as the same way I'm thirsty, they're thirsty. So we can't be neglecting them. They have to get the food, they have to get the water.
Well,
that's just me.
Tariq says it was hot until it rained about an hour ago. Well, you see, Tariq, we live in this wonderful little area of Toronto, in our little east side of Scarborough here, where we don't get rain. So the rest of Toronto will get a nice little dousing of rain. We have nothing.
And it seems like every time we start getting rain clouds coming, as we're so close to the lake, it just drift over the lake, and we don't end up getting it.
We got nothing. I know that parts of Toronto got some rain, but we got nothing, honestly. I'm looking at my phone, guys, because I'm seeing what you're all saying to me. The numbers guys is laughing because he says the super highway, we're the highway for the backyard animals. I'm not joking.
It's for real.
Our backyard is fenced in on the 3 sides, okay? And I tell you, we put up these little bird spikes at one point. Hey, Rambo, how are you doing?
Hey, Rambo, welcome.
So we put up these bird spikes on part of the top of the fence so that we figure that would deter the raccoons from walking across. Well, that did nothing. All the raccoons did was just step in between the spikes, which I don't know how they did that, and then they pooped right in the middle of the spikes. That was their way of telling us, how dare you interrupt our superhighway. Now, Rambo's saying, how are we doing? Well, we're doing pretty good. This is a lovely evening here in Toronto.
Hey, Rambo, I think he's in the UK,
Rambo's in the UK.
Hey, Rambo, I know it's late for you. Welcome. We appreciate the support.
Yes.
As always.
Suzette says they've been getting so much rain, but the heat wave has not been that bad. Okay. Okay. Now, Kiki, I'm telling you, you see, right now the numbers guy says it's pouring rain in Brampton. Now, Brampton is on the west side of the city, just outside of Toronto, technically. But I mean, we live in such a mega city here in Toronto that Brampton is just another extension of Toronto. Rambo says that he's just finished a 2-hour bike ride, so he is feeling refreshed right now. Well,
that is awesome.
I hope you belong to our Strava app, and you are tracking your bike ride on there. That would be great. Mind you, we've been slacking on Strava because my back hasn't been doing the best, I must say. And Kiki's giving you props there, Rambo. So the other thing that we were wanting to talk about is this whole lockdown. And I know there's different parts of wherever everybody lives, they have different levels of lockdown. Some places are totally shut down. Other places are having partial lockdowns. Anyhow, there are still people that are still basically shut in. Like my father. My father has been in his apartment since December. My father does not come out, although he's fully vaccinated. He doesn't come out. So we visit periodically and bring, weekly, sometimes several times a week.
Groceries,
myself, my brothers,
items.
we bring food, we bring groceries, and just, some wellness. You need to do some checks to make sure, he's doing okay, spend a little time. So we're on our way to do that today. And I'm just wondering, do any of you also do these wellness checks with members of your family? Or Rambo says that is so awesome. You got to do that, Rambo, because, for whatever are still, apprehensive for coming out, we got to make sure that they're doing okay.
That we always reach out to them, make sure they're okay.
Yeah. Okay, just finished our bike ride. Now the Davis family is saying hi to everyone, and they're almost being washed away.
Hello,
they're getting
Davis
so
family.
much rain
Welcome.
in Jamaica. Wow.
Welcome. Yeah, Jamaica.
Wow.
Interesting thing about Jamaica's right now is not only are they going through this pandemic lockdown, but it's also their hurricane season. So anticipating that there might be a lot of hurricanes and tropical storms passing through that region. We hope you guys are all staying safe, staying dry, and looking out for each other down there.
Well, you stay safe, Davis family. Because
as they say, have you guys heard of the new area code in Jamaica? For all of you who don't know, it's 123.
Yes.
That's
big
a
up
new
Jamaica.
area code. Big up shots.
Sorry, I had to get that in. But you guys stay safe. I've been out there before with a very bad hurricane, and it's a little bit scary. It's a little scary. But they're saying that they're almost being washed away. They're getting so much rain out there.
A lot of rain. Must be some sort of tropical depression passing through.
Now Rambo says that he's been checking on his people and they're all good.
Excellent. Good job, Rambo.
Yeah, and he said,
Sure,
and Tariq is saying as soon as the weather gets cold, the cases get high, and that's very true. That's what they're predicting, and that seems to be what the pattern is. But I guess until then, we all have to check on each other and make sure everybody's doing well, and all the socialization that we're used to. Not everybody has gone back to what they were doing pre-pandemic. There's still a lot of people that are very apprehensive, and they're not really coming. Even if the function is outside and you're wearing masks and you're the appropriate distance apart, they're still not coming out. So you just have to make sure that we check on people and that everybody's okay, especially the elderly. And with this heat wave, we have to go and check more often than we would normally.
Well, yeah, now we've got the pandemic and we've got the heat wave.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things on us.
Now, Growing with Hudson is asking where we're going. We are in our beautiful city of Toronto. We're leaving our home, which is in Scarborough, which is the east side, and we're on our way to downtown Toronto
to visit her dad.
We're going to visit my dad. We're going to do a little check, bring him some food. Now, mind you, my dad has lived in Canada longer than he's lived in Jamaica, but he's Jamaican to the bone. Okay, to the bone. So most of the time, if I cook, he'll eat it, but he'll critique it from top to bottom. Nino cooks a little better, but he still has his critique. He has a specific restaurant that we're on our way to now that he needs his cow foot, his stewed cow foot. I don't make that kind of stuff, but that's what he wants to eat. So we pass by that place and we pick him up some takeout, and we go and spend a little time and make sure everything is okay with him down there. So that's where we're off to, Growing with Hudson. Ooh, Suzette says today Shelly Ann won again.
What?
Oh, there was another race. Did we miss a race today?
I heard we did one too. I don't know.
So what was the race today? There was another. That was a 100-meter race.
Yeah, it's all a Diamond League circuit.
So Shelly beat Elaine today. Come on, people, tell me what's going up. What's going up? Wow. So Rambo's laughing at the cow foot. I'm telling you, Rambo, that's all this man wants to eat. Mm-hmm. You know, you might be able to throw him an oxtail dinner every once in a while. Oh, Rambo said yes. Shelly Ann won. Well, I'm very happy for her.
Tell me Elaine came in second.
I love Elaine, but I want Shelly Ann to go out with a bang. Shelly Ann has been putting in the work for years, and I mean, Elaine she's passing the baton, and rightfully so. But I'm so glad. Wow.
Well, I guess when it comes to an event like track and field, is who's on their game on that particular day. You know. Yes,
Rambo says Elaine came in second and Sharika came in third.
Wow. So it's 1, 2, 3 again?
Wow.
Remember I tell you guys, that's a new area code, 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Big props to Jamaica.
Jamaica women are just heating up every track that they're on. That is amazing. That is amazing.
And interestingly enough about these Jamaican track athletes, there are some amazing young girls coming up behind them that are just super talented.
Now, the Davis family, they say that they are coping as best as they can with the lockdown, but it's really difficult, especially with the bad weather. Because right now, I believe Jamaica is on a total lockdown. Is that so?
I think so. I think it's a 7-day lockdown.
Oh boy, because apparently the numbers. Now, I really miss Jamaica, Davis family, and I don't know when. Suzette says yes, they're on the 7-day lockdown. I don't know when everything is going to normalize that we can visit again. And I mean visit and be able to move around, you know?
What is that fellow doing over there?
I don't know, but I'm not paying attention.
That is an absolute no-no. He just crossed over.
He did.
Only the police are allowed to use that. Oh my goodness. And the cars are going so fast. And he's actually going up.
No.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're witnessing an almost accident on the highway here. Crazy driving.
That is not cool.
But you need to keep your eyes on the road. Oh, Kiki says she's back. She's sorry. She was cooking.
Welcome back, Kiki. What's for
Rambo
dinner?
Says people are not taking it seriously. Now, we're kind of inexperienced with this live thing, but I love chatting with you all. So apparently you're supposed to give me a thumbs up, everybody. Give me a thumbs up. And you can also share this live. I guess you cut and paste, however you do that. You share the live.
I think there's a button that pops up on your screen where
and you let people know that we are chatting.
Yeah. Share the live, people. Share. I heard my son doing that. Share the live, people. Share the live. Share the live. So when he's on live with his friends, like, share the live. Share the live. All right, Pinky, share the live.
Yeah, people aren't taking lockdown seriously in certain parts, and that's what's happening. She's last minute. Who is this? I'm dining last minute packing for Banff, Alberta tomorrow. That's Tariq.
Tariq, you're going to Banff.
I visited Banff many years ago.
Take lots of pictures, Tariq.
Yes, it's beautiful scenery. And that was when it was cold. I don't know what it's like when it's warm, but Banff is beautiful.
I'm trying to get a piece
What would you like?
Just a Kleenex or something.
Okay.
I
Now, our
feel-
daughter was in Vancouver a couple weeks ago, and the pictures that she came back with were just breathtaking from Vancouver. So I can imagine Alberta. Now, it's funny, with this whole pandemic, a lot of us Canadians are staying on our native soil and
Discovering
vacationing
new-
right
new
here,
vacation
discovering
spots.
Canada, either going east or west. But I do believe the east side was having some difficulty with numbers.
Yeah, they're a little bit more restricted as
Yeah.
to. I think there are some provinces on the East Coast that will not allow you in unless you're fully vaccinated for one. They're much
Now,
stricter
Suzette
on
says that
side.
her and her husband would like to visit Canada someday. Now, Canada is very big,
It's a
Suzette.
huge place.
It's huge,
gotta
so you have to be more
kind of
specific.
narrow it down as to where in Canada you want to visit.
Yeah.
You can go to a place like Montreal or Quebec City where you actually feel like you're in Europe.
And
You're in
Rambo
parts of
says she has
Europe.
to visit. Yeah, you have
know?
to be very
But
specific
we're in
depending on
Toronto.
what you want to do.
We're in
Yeah.
Toronto, so you guys let us know when you're passing through our neck of the woods.
Twin Jervises says, hey, guys. Hey,
what's
Twin
up,
Jervises.
Twin Jervises?
I love your page, Twin Jervises. I really do. Now, Suzette wants any suggestions.
For visiting.
Well, if you want to feel like you're in Europe, Montreal is great.
Quebec City is
They
great.
speak French over there.
I think in Montreal, a lot of people there are bilingual, so they will speak French and English.
Yeah.
Whereas in Quebec City, you find mainly French, but it's still a beautiful place, lovely place to visit.
Yeah, and you feel
You
like
know,
you're in Europe.
You really feel like you're in
Mhm.
Europe.
Now, Toronto, beautiful.
Multicultural.
Multicultural, lots
Just
of things
vast,
to do
you
and
name
see.
it. Anything you want, you can find in Toronto.
Um,
And just to let you know, we even have parsley that's legal up here in the north, guys.
yes,
We
yes.
got lots of parsley shops. I call it parsley, but some people call it
Now,
cannabis.
Tariq says, it's funny
It's
we
legal.
explore other countries and then we explore our own. That's
Isn't that
very
something
true.
else? That is so.
And
That is so
Kiki
us.
wants to know how close we are to being monetized. Well, Kiki, we're forever chasing that gosh darn watch time hours. We need watch time
1,000
hours.
We need 1,000 more hours.
We need a
watch
1,000
time.
more watch time hours. It seems so close,
Yeah,
yet
but
so,
yet so far.
far. So I'm encouraging all of you to please
Share the live. Share the
share
live. Share the live.
watch a playlist or two. Just give us that same support that you've always been giving us. Now, the Davis family said their internet went, and that's very understandable considering that you're having that bad weather right now. And Suzette says, where are all the Jamaicans at? Well, there we have the Davis family from Jamaica. I believe the twin Jervises are from Jamaica too. I believe. I might be.
Listen, to all my Jamaican people, I tell you, between Cable and Wireless and
Davis
Digicel,
family said blah, blah.
between Cable and Wireless, Digicel, and JPS, I don't know how the hell you guys put up with it, but it's a challenge. I feel your pain.
Kiki says, okay, I got you. I'm running mine around the clock.
All
Kiki,
right, Kiki, you've always been there. Day one
now
kind of girl. Love that.
if anybody, now drill sergeant, I don't know what all that means. You have to translate all that. I don't know.
Japanese. Is that Japanese?
I don't
Can't
know
see that.
if all of you follow Kiki, but Kiki is great. You guys all have to jump on Kiki's channel. As a matter of fact, you're all great. And I hope all of you, if you don't know each other, you get to know each other and show each other some love, and everybody friend up everybody and give each other some watch time. Because honestly, guys, we're small YouTubers. If we don't support each other, who's going to support
Absolutely.
each other? Right? So I might not catch some of your posts or lives as you're doing it. Oh my goodness, Kiki says that she's 275 hours away.
Ooh,
Oh my
girl.
gosh, girl, I gotta give you some watch time.
We gotta give some watch time to Kiki. Come on, guys, jump on Kiki. Make sure you give her some watch time.
Please.
We need to push her over that 4,000
Guys, she's
threshold.
275
Ooh,
hours
so
away
close.
from being monetized. That
So
is
close.
crazy.
We love that.
So everybody that's
Love that.
in the live, once this ends, please go over and give Kiki some love. watch a playlist or two, and let's get her over that threshold.
What's Kiki's, what's her handle?
Now, Kiki's handle is Urban Girl Gardening. Urban Girl Gardening. You can see her handle in the live. We need to push a sister over.
Push her over the edge, guy. We want
But
that.
I mean, I think a lot of us watch you, Kiki, because you were the one
Kiki
in the beginning that was kind of
Kiki's a foundation. We love that. We love Kiki. She is a foundation.
Now, Drill Sergeant says that's Japanese. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Wish I had my son with me.
Konnichiwa. You're welcome, Miss Kiki. Now, Japanese Drill Sergeant, you know that I love Tokyo and I love all things Japan. We did a blog post about a video about our trip to Japan, because our son lived there going on to 3 years, but it was the pandemic that kind of brought him home.
He's just dying to go back. He can't wait.
We visited a couple times, and I just love Japan, and I really can't wait to go back, actually. Kiki says, I shared your guys' live. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Share the live, guys. Share the live.
Oh, thank you. Tariq says that he subbed Kiki. Very good.
Excellent, Tariq.
Kiki gives you good advice, and she knows what she's talking about with the garden.
Hey, Tariq, we got to catch up. I haven't seen you in a while. We got to catch up. Got lots to talk about.
Now, Rambo says he found us through Kiki, so he's thanking Kiki as well.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
Excellent, guys. I love the support that we throw behind each other as small YouTubers, and it's very important to us all to continue to support and encourage each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful thing. One hand, what is
Jay says each one
teach one. There we go.
Right. And I mean, I see some things happening like crazy. Like Jay is sending, best yet journey. Hi.
Hey, welcome.
And Gwenda Skelton says she just liked her page. Thank you, Gwen.
We love that.
Thank
we love
you.
the support.
I seen like Juicing with Jay sent his dragon fruit to a couple of the girls, and then they opened it on live.
Oh, you kidding?
And people
That's so
share
cute.
seeds. Like, this gardening community is amazing. It's just amazing. I received seeds early on when I started this from a lady that I met in a Facebook group, and I grew those seeds. Those are some of the plants that are in my garden right now. And she doubled back and contacted me and wanted to see how they were growing, and we've become like online friends. Her name is Laura. Shout out to Laura. So you meet a lot of people here and you build real friendships. And I know I have Brampton Gardner who lives not too far. So, and she suggested that we do a Toronto meetup, and one day I will do that, or even just a YouTube Gardeners YouTube meetup.
That's right. And don't forget, guys, I'm looking for some requests for my breakfast cookout this weekend. As you know, there has been some Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh yes, Kiki said that was okay.
When I decide to get up and prepare breakfast and invite you all into my kitchen while I prepare breakfast. So let me know what items, breakfast items you want to see this coming week, and let's see what we can get on that table and enjoy and share in.
Now Kiki says that it was her that Juicing with Jay sent the dragon fruit. That's right. I think it was Kiki. I can't remember who the other one was, and I just watched it last night. When she said that she went to the post office and there was the wrong address and all that. That's what it was.
And just a quick little shot there, guys.
Saltfish.
Just a quick little shot. We're just getting into downtown Toronto.
This is the shot of our beautiful city.
We're just there's a lot of traffic, so.
Now, but Rambo says that he's aiming to hit numbers like that next year, but he's praying that Kiki gets her numbers this year.
Absolutely. We got you, Rambo. We got you. We'll always be here supporting.
Just keep putting those videos out. Now, he says he wants ackee and saltfish with roast breadfruit.
That sounds good. Now, as you can see, I've got my ackee and saltfish video up.
We did do an ackee and saltfish with bananas.
With fried dumpling and bananas.
My mother did a guest spot on that video. Now, for anybody who knows my mother is
She's
a
hilarious.
character. And one of these days, I'm going to get her back on. My mother is a character. Miss Edna, if any of you who know me know my mother, you know what I'm talking about. My mother loves her hip-hop, and I'm not talking about, Will Smith light hip-hop. I'm talking about NWA.
Mm-hmm.
That's her group of choice, and she listens to her Nas. She knows more about hip-hop than I know about hip-hop, and she's very outspoken. She's kind of cool, actually. So she gets spot on that. So you guys have to check that one out. She was trying to show this chef here a thing or two about cooking Jamaican food.
Mm-hmm. Well, she tried. I gotta give her A for effort.
Kiki says my mom is so dope. She loved the video. And Rambo says my mom is so cool. I'll tell you a funny story about my mother. It's a little morbid, but it's funny. We were at a funeral of a very good family friend, and everything was very somber, and we were sitting there, and we sat through the whole service, and it was time for the recessional, and the pallbearers were bringing the casket out, and everybody was very sad and tears. My mother leans over to me in the pew, and she whispers, "When it's my time, I don't want any of this quiet, shitty music. I want NWA straight out of Compton play." And I was like, and she was dead serious.
Mom is dead serious.
And I said, "Mother, I am absolutely going to oblige
she
you.
She is dead serious.
I'm going to take all the swear words out, and I'm absolutely going to oblige you, because anybody who knows my mother would know that she is serious. She's 100% serious." And you see, everybody's laughing. You have to know who said now.
And she always tells us, "Don't bring me flowers when I'm dead. Bring it to me when I'm alive."
Right.
So we're making a point to always bring her flowers.
Right. I'm telling you, Mom is something else. Right.
Yeah, she's quite the character.
Yeah.
And she's very well known on the hip hop scene in Toronto.
Yeah.
Given that, her legendary son.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but my brother was a bit of a hip-hop star.
Well, no, he wasn't a bit of a. He was a hip-hop star.
Yes, he was the Toronto's Drake before the Drake, let's say. So
original,
he was
the Godfather.
Toronto Foundation. He's King Lou from a group called the Dream Warriors, if you want to look him up. So my mother has always been around hip-hop, and when back in the 80s and the 90s, when certain acts would come to Toronto and they would come to our house, like back in the day, we would have like, I don't know,
Butterfly.
what was the name of that group?
Diggable Planets
used to come.
I remember Refugee. We went to hang with Refugee, the Fugees,
Gangstar.
Yeah.
Because my brother did collabs with all these people, and he traveled all over the world, and Mom was right there to support. She was in a few videos, and she knows all the rap songs of that era. She doesn't like the stuff that's out right now. Well, that's Mom. So we're on our way to see my father, who has not left his apartment throughout this whole pandemic. He's been in there for 8 months. I knew he's fine, but he chooses to stay in. So we bring groceries, we bring him his beloved cow foot. And for any of you that know me by now, you know that I don't cook all that stuff. So we go and buy it from his favorite restaurant, Jamaican cow foot. I don't know what it is about a cow's foot that Jamaicans love so much, but they love it. So we go, we pick him up some. And
I tell you all the time that it's ancestral food.
Ancestral food,
ancestral
yes. Nino does say that.
We're just reaching out to our ancestors. That's what they ate, and so we're just following the steps. We're not going to abandon them.
Tariq says Mom's hilarious.
You can just stay there with your chicken breast and your fillet of fish.
Well,
we'll eat our thing.
Let me tell you, I don't know if you guys have watched some of our early Informer Window videos where we talk about our very first video coming out of the lockdown. Nino used to always say that I'm not Jamaican enough, or he still does. Everybody does. My whole family always tells me I'm not Jamaican enough. And
I think you proved that the other day when you made mention that there was the color red in the Jamaican flag.
no,
And
no,
I
I
think
corrected
our son
myself.
called you on that.
I corrected
Say,
myself.
Mom, you're really not Jamaican enough. So there you go.
No, no. I corrected myself, and I took the red out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, anyone who knows me knows that I don't cook oxtail and cow foot and all that kind of stuff. He cooks that stuff, and
I don't really cook that.
And you don't really cook it
actually
because
buy
nobody
it. It's a lot
eats
easier
it.
for me to buy it
Right.
at a restaurant than to cook it because I'm the only one that will consume it.
Right. And if he does eat it, if he does cook it, I'm not eating it. I might pick a little bit, but I'm not eating a cow foot. I just didn't grow up eating that.
Yeah.
So. Now the Davis family says cow foot, chicken foot, big foot. That's all amazing. Rambo says chicken back. Don't forget chicken back.
Listen, Rambo, you're my man. I love that. Davis family,
OCD
shots,
chick.
enough shots, enough shots.
OCD-ish chick says cow foot. What did I just walk up on?
You see? Come on now, guys.
Listen.
You got to get with it, though.
We're talking about this ancestral food that Nino likes to call it.
Look at this! Look at this cop here. He's about ready to ticket this
well,
car
good. They're not parked in the right
because
spot.
at this time of the evening they shouldn't be parking there. I hope that's the owner's.
Hey, Ann, how you doing? Ann is saying hello. We're just on a drive through our lovely city, going to check in on my dad. And my dad is one of those stalemates, those shut-ins that has decided that he's not really up to leaving his apartment during this shutdown. So I am going to check in on him, and part of what we do is we bring him dinner, and his favorite dinner is cow foot prepared Jamaican style.
There we go.
So I was saying, what the heck is there to eat on a cow foot?
Hey, do you know what this? You may not eat cow foot, but you guys know what the sweetest bone is?
Thanks,
on a cow
Kiki.
foot?
Kiki says she's cooking, but she's still there.
The sweetest bone on a cow foot is the last bone. Because if you eat cow foot, you know what you do with the last bone.
What do you do with the last bone?
Well, you can't stop sucking on that last bone. You will suck on that for hours. That last bone. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to let you by because you shouldn't be making a U-turn in the middle of the road like that.
Can you get us safely to where we need to go, sir?
I don't know what he's doing, but I'm trying very hard, but these guys
I got to close my eyes.
They're trying to get me into an accident that I don't want to be involved in.
Well,
so I'm just trying to keep it real right now.
Everyone's saying, hey to Ann. Now, Tariq is saying he's not Jamaican enough.
But listen to Tariq.
Was a hilarious video. It is hilarious,
It is
Tariq,
funny.
Because
it is funny.
That's what I go through in my house every day. Now, mind you, I have 3 Canadian-born children, but yet somehow they feel they're more Jamaican than me.
Yep.
How is that possible? And I was born there.
You know what, Tariq? You're talking about a woman that refers to a roti as a roadie. So that's where it all starts. Can I have a roadie? And the kids are like, Mom, what are you talking about, roadie? A roadie, the last time I checked, is somebody that rides along with a band as they go on the road. But a roti is, like, come on now. Wake up.
Okay, enough with the roti and
she takes a lot of hits for that one.
Listen,
she takes a lot of hits for that one. Go ahead, man. There's no stop sign, bro. There's no stop sign here. You should.
There's somebody crossing.
No, that's not what he's trying to tell this guy to go. But the guy has a stop sign.
Guys, you see this road rage coming out of this man?
No, there's no road rage here. It's just a polite little gesture to say move along.
Oh man,
it's not road rage. There's no rage in me.
Okay, Rambo's saying I need to slap them. Slap them. Yes. Now, Rambo wants zuzumba with salt mackerel.
Susumba.
What's susumba?
Oh my God, I haven't heard that term in a long time. There's something, and I remember my grandmother used to make that. It's kind of like, susumba is kind of like cucumber.
Okay.
It's like a cucumber-like fruit or vegetable. And you cook that down with saltfish and beans and butter bean. That's some ancestry stuff there, Rambo. I love that.
Now, mind you, I love Jamaica and I love Jamaican food.
But this Jamaican to my right here, or should I say this Jamaican to my right,
Oh
she
my
wouldn't
God, here
know
it
about.
goes. The
She wouldn't know about
insults.
Sasumba.
The
Rambo,
insults.
got to bear with her.
The
But I got you.
insults. I've never heard you cook something called sasumba.
I've never, because I'm telling you, last time I heard that was from my
he
grandmother.
also says that he wants you to make some bami with it.
I have some bami in the fridge that I
Yeah.
brought back from Jamaica when I was there. Still
Now,
have it.
bami is cassava.
It's cassava.
Okay.
And I do remember as a child, my grandmother used to get the cassava, grate the cassava, and she would squeeze all the liquid because, as you know and may not know, there's a toxin in there that's poisonous. So what she would do, she would use the dried cassava after it's been grated and squeezed out. She would use the liquid to make starch. And the starch itself, she would use to starch the white clothes for my grandfather.
Oh boy.
And the dry.
Oh.
Oh, I
Wait.
think we're back on. Yep, we're
Oh.
back on. There we go.
There we go.
Welcome back, guys. I don't know what on earth just happened.
There we
a while
go.
ago,
Are we back, guys? We got a phone call, although we
I
put,
don't know
we put
what's going on
do not
there.
disturb.
We do not want
Okay.
phone calls or messages
Now,
while we do our live.
Even though hey guys, hey
Welcome
Rambo,
back.
and
Welcome,
Annie
welcome.
Complex, hey
Annie
guys,
Complex, welcome.
you gotta go
everyone.
check out Annie Complex. Show Annie Complex some love. Annie Complex is
It's Josh. What up, Josh?
Annie Complex is
What's going on,
new friends
Josh?
trying to get their
Hey, welcome back, Gwenda.
welcome,
Glenda
trying to get their
Skelton,
page
welcome back.
up and running. So if you can
We
go
are
over there
back.
and
We are
show them
back.
some
We
love.
are back on the live.
Now,
Check it
what
out.
we were talking about is me and my Jamaican heritage. Now, we have made some videos about this in our early days there. But you have to understand, people, I grew up in Toronto, in this neighborhood, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, she grew up in this neighborhood, and let me tell you, the neighborhood we're in right now, she tells me about this neighborhood every time we
I tell
drive
him where
through
I
here.
used to go
She
to
tell me about the
brownies.
school,
I tell
the-
him where I used to go to,
Oh, my
to
goodness.
piano lessons and
where,
all the
and
schools
where she
and
would
all
go
my
down the
friends that
hill
used
and
to
have an
live.
accident, and
And when I went
oh,
sledding
Jesus.
down the hill, and
I hear the story every time we're in this neighborhood.
that's okay.
And we're talking, guys, we're talking well over 30, 40 years
Ooh,
of hearing
Tariq.
the same story from this lady.
Now Tariq says almost at 2K subs. Is he almost at 2K subs? That's pretty
Ooh,
good.
Tariq, congratulations.
Ooh, Annie Complex.
Love
Kiki,
that.
Kiki just subbed for Annie Complex. Thanks, Kiki.
All right, Kiki. A
They
consummate
need some
supporter.
encouragement. And as a matter of fact, he's wishing that we get 2K soon. Thank you, Tariq.
Oh, thank you, Tariq. Oh, my goodness.
Now,
Thank
I'm
you so
encouraging
much.
everybody here to make a new friend. Sub up somebody, one or two people that you might not are friends with, so that we can
Expand
each
our
one
circle.
teach
Each
one.
one teach one.
But yeah, this is my neighborhood. So I grew up in this city. So when he talks about, going through the bush and killing birds with his slingshot at 6 years old, I'm not too sure that I believe that.
Oh, it's true. And anybody that's now listen to me. I want my Jamaican
Here it
people
goes.
to come on board
okay,
now.
Davis
Because
family, if you're still here, I need you to chime
Because
in
you
because
know-
he tells this story all
I tell
the
these
time.
stories, but you know as well as I do that a 6-year-old in Jamaica
Hey,
can
Latoya.
perform and do the things that probably a 16-year-old can do
That's
in
cap.
North America. No, it ain't cap.
That is cap.
No, it's not.
He
They're
tells
so
me about
mature.
stories of him.
Of course,
at,
go to-
at 6, 7 years
Come
old.
on.
They get an empty tin.
No, we get an empty like an oil tin, and we go a bush, and we cook some soup, and we run a boat. You know the deal, Davis family. You know the deal. Jafakin here has no idea because
Okay.
she grew up going to summer camp up in the luxurious camps up in Halliburton.
But even then, and he says people set traps to catch the doves, the ground doves.
Yep, ground doves. Yep.
But
Ground
but
doves.
imagine this: at 7 or 8 years old, whichever country you grew up in,
Lady, just wait right there. Lady.
you're gonna
Please
go
don't move.
catch whatever fish, catch a bird with a slingshot, and a 7-year-old or a 6-year-old is gonna set a fire out in the bush, use a little tin
I'm not
pan
saying
and make soup.
Wait,
in the
I'm not
bush?
saying we didn't have older people, older guys and gals with us. There might be some older people with
I
us.
what, 8?
No, maybe 10, 12. But they're older. They're more mature. They know the deal, and we
My
just
father tells me about
okay. Your father probably
all
tells you the
that.
same
This is
type of
about
story.
shooting
Okay.
dove plates.
We'll ask your
The
dad
bird
about
called
that.
the dove plates and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it kills me. There's my old street. That's the street that I grew up on. It's over there.
Well, you can't turn the camera.
Oh, I can't
now.
turn the
You get it
camera.
off. It's
So
close by here. It's just around the corner.
now Rambo Greenhand says he just subscribed.
Ah, we love that. Appreciate all the
Nice,
support
nice.
you can let us.
Or
all
Tariq
our
just
family.
subscribed to Rambo Greenhand.
All right, Tariq.
Now Rambo's saying that he did all of that too, and he went to go catch crabs in the bush.
See
So
what
okay,
I mean?
so Rambo.
Okay, Rambo, you're with
now,
me on that.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. How old were you when you were doing these things? How old? Because he is telling me that kids as young as 6 are
Yes.
in the bush
Yes.
running a boat, as
Yes.
they call it, which
For
means
real.
that they're setting a little campfire and
Cooking a
they're
pot,
cooking a pot.
lunch.
You know, they
Mhm.
might go and buy a hand's worth of chicken
You get
back
some
or
flour,
whatever.
chicken back, and you get some maybe a Maggie chicken soup mix, and you make some dumplings. It's a thing.
Well, that's not something that I do. I did as a child. We went.
You'd be apt to go to McDonald's and buy a burger. Well, we didn't have that
Absolutely.
option. We did not have that option, nor
Now
can we
Rambo
afford
says
that.
at age 7 and 8 he did
There
that.
you go. So
Now
you see,
this
I'm
is
not
this is one of Toronto's West Indian staples here. If you turn the camera, you can show them.
All right there.
Now this is one of the intersections that's kind of an older intersection in Toronto, St. Clair and Vaughan.
Yeah, it's a very old part of the
And
city.
on
too.
the left side of the screen there, we're about to pass it in a minute, but you see
Albert's
Albert's
Real
Real
Jamaican
Jamaican food. That's a bit of a staple there.
Yeah, Albert's been around for a long time. And the beautiful thing about Albert is Albert, at the end of the night, one of the things that this man has been doing forevermore is he would feed the homeless with any leftover food that he would have in his restaurant. They would all, file up, and he would just, make a plate for them, and they would each get dinner or whatnot.
Yep.
Albert's a great community man.
Yes.
And we certainly love and respect him for his support for the community and the community supporting Albert.
Now Annie Complex is saying big ups to Albert. Anybody who's from Toronto knows about Albert's.
And this man started off as a very humble small little cubby hole of a restaurant, and he's now expanded into a big thing, and he's doing well.
Yep, for sure. And the food tastes great.
Are we going down to
Yes.
your dad's cowfoot place?
Yes, my dad's cowfoot place. Now, Rambo says he was doing all that until he left Jamaica when he was 12.
There you go.
So, I mean, there's something to be said.
Rambo
There's
knows what
something
he's
to be
talking
said
about.
growing up in Jamaica.
Absolutely.
I give that to you. But there's also something to be said about growing up in Toronto.
There is. You get food.
Come on, Annie Complex, tell them.
You get
tell them.
spoon fed everything.
No.
We had to work. We had to get up. Hey, Rambo, I know you remember Saturday mornings. You have to get up and scrub the floor with.
Albert? Yeah, there's
is that
Albert right there. Yeah.
Let's pull in there.
Ooh.
Let's pull in there and see Albert.
Okay.
We know this gentleman.
I'll go talk to him.
Yeah.
You talk to the
Mr. Albert. So that gentleman there, Albert, I'm gonna see if he wants to come on camera. He's an amazing guy. He's actually friends with Lorna's dad. They've known each other for many years, and he used to always come here and get his food. So he's such a community man. I tell you, he's amazing. And let's try to see if we can back up here without hitting Albert. Mr. Albert.
My friend,
What's going on, sir? Look, guys, I'm going to show you Mr. Albert. That's Albert there from Albert Restaurant. Yeah, this is a gentleman. I was just telling our supporters and our viewers out there that you're one of the most amazing guy in the city, because at the end of the night, for years, what you've been doing is,
they're all saying, big up to
any
Albert.
food that you have left over in your restaurant, I've seen you giving that to street and homeless people. And it's a great community effort. And everyone out there is just giving you enough shout out and saying,
I am grateful. God only bless you for a purpose.
All right.
So we're just telling them that we're on our way up to see my dad.
To see Sugar.
He's a bit of a shut-in, so we're going on a wellness check.
Well, I am grateful that everybody is listening to you. I'm thankful to God that He blessed me, that I can bless other people.
Absolutely.
Okay? So that's what it's all about. So all your listeners out there, man, it's real.
Yes. Yeah, that's
They're
the man right there.
Hello, Mr. Albert.
That's the man right there. They're giving you lots of props, man.
Thank you very much.
So don't forget, guys, right in the corner of Oakwood and St. Clair.
St. Clair and Vaughan.
St. Clair and Vaughan. Albert, Real Jamaican Restaurant. Come on down. When you're in Toronto, wherever you're from, come by, check out Albert. Food is amazing.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Albert.
And in Jamaica, we say one love.
One love. Big up yourself.
Take care.
All right. So, yes.
So that was Albert, guys. Albert has been here ever since I could remember. Albert had a little shop around the corner, and he's expanded. And this is one of Toronto's premier Jamaican restaurants.
Yep, you got that.
And
right.
I mean, Albert himself is just amazing, and everybody loves him. So we all support Albert's.
He's well loved. His food is well enjoyed, and
he's been in this community forever.
Yeah. And I tell you, he's the guy that, and we're talking, as we mentioned earlier, Toronto is very much a diverse city.
Yes.
And the support that this gentleman get at his restaurant is a reflection of Toronto on a whole, because it is very diverse.
Yes.
All right, let's see if I can pull up here.
Squeech through?
How am I looking over there?
Oh,
am I
good? You're good. Thanks, everybody.
Right. we just got that little, as I say in Jamaica, a little blind.
Yes, a little blind. But yeah, so this is my old stomping ground, and I love coming down here. My dad has never left this neighborhood.
Yeah, this is his neighborhood for
he
life.
likes where he's like the King of Kensington. That used to be a show that used to come on in the 70s in Toronto.
King of Kensington.
And he doesn't leave his neighborhood. When he walks through the neighborhood, everybody knows him. Everybody knows him. He's just
he's got so many names too. Mr. Walker.
Yeah.
What else they call him?
Sugar. Jack Frost. Robbie.
Oh
Robinson.
my gosh.
But he was known for his car. The car that my father drove and just recently retired was the car that he had when I was a child, if you can believe that. It was this big, long Oldsmobile 78, I think it was called.
I think so.
It was one of those cars that you see in those old 1970s
with the hydraulics
shaft movies. And I mean, the upholstery in the car was like the upholstery in your living room. It was amazing. But it finally died. He finally gave up on it.
And you
because
can imagine, guys,
expensive.
all you car lovers, it was an 8-cylinder Sherman tank that drank gas.
And he only put premium in that thing.
And he only put premium.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, but that's Rob. That's his baby.
Now, Annie Complex is saying that's Little Jamaica in the 6. That is absolutely right.
That is it.
Absolutely right.
Look at this police officer. Did he pull this guy over in the middle of the road?
Well, it looks like there was an accident.
It's
It's an accident there.
Looks like half his car is torn off.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Got to keep your eyes on the prize.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
So, yeah, so what I was saying was about growing up in Toronto, we had the best time. My upbringing is totally different from Nino's upbringing. So now that we come together, it's a little bit of a mashup. Our kids are the best of both. They got the best of both worlds. They got the little Jamaican sauce and they got the Canadian flavor. You know, I went to Brownies and my brothers went to Boy Scouts and played hockey. Like, we immigrated from Jamaica in 1970. Now I'm dating myself, but that's okay. We came in 1970 and my parents just kind of assimilated into Canadian culture. They did what all the other Canadians did. There were Jamaicans here at the time, not the numbers that they were now. Like, I remember going through school, public school in the early days, and not having any other black kids in my class. There were other black kids in the school, but not so much in my class. So we did what all the other kids did. We ate the food that the other kids ate. My parents would prepare certain Caribbean dishes, but my father would eat that. My mother would make us fried chicken and spaghetti because that's what we wanted to eat. And she never forced us to eat the chicken back on the cow foot. So I didn't grow up eating that stuff. So it's only as an adult now that, that Nino's kind of introducing this stuff back to me. Some of it, like, I never used to eat oxtail. I will eat that now.
I don't think anybody used to eat oxtail. Now it's like
Now
a
I'll
premier
eat it,
item.
But
Cost you a ton of money.
But the cow foot and the chicken foot, I don't know. I'm not there yet. But you have to see with me. Now, Rambo says, guys, I'm going to love you guys much. I'm going to love you guys. Maybe it means leave us. God bless. Stay safe and catch up soon. Well, you take care, Rambo.
Appreciate your love, Rambo.
Jumping on.
Thank you so much.
Now, Kiki says, all right, now y'all are a spicy mix. Now, I love the actually there's actually a spot there.
There is a spot.
I love the accent. Sure. I love the accent that some of you have when I watch your videos. Kiki's is one of them, and we got some of the other ones from down south. I love the accents. You guys are going to say you don't have one.
What
Maybe
accents?
you'll stay here, baby. It's kind of hard to get out of there.
Well, we're going to have to walk across.
Now, Rambo says, okay, do you think?
No, I'm just wondering because at this point.
Now, Annie Complex says Canadian Air Cadets was fun. They learned a lot.
You know what, Annie Complex?
Right.
I used to be in the Canadian Air Cadets as well. I was at Squad 188.
Well,
I'll never forget that.
wasn't.
Downsview Air Force Base.
I would suggest that you reverse it.
Squad 188 attention. Yeah, I remember that.
Now,
but I couldn't. I wasn't the obedient one, so I couldn't.
Now, OCDish chick says
I wanted to slap my superior one time, and that wasn't gonna work.
OCDish chick says I don't have an accent. Lies you tell. Lies you tell. You all have accents. You all have accents.
Babe, your car is like I don't want to hit that pole.
Okay, then stop.
Because then it becomes a very expensive noise, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Now I am going in the store.
Do you want me to stay here and talk to the people? You want me to take the camera in the store?
Well, I don't know if these people will be so appreciative
of seeing the Jamaican restaurant and how slow they move. Now, if you've never been into a Jamaican restaurant, don't you ever go in there and hurry anyone. Because you stand there and you wait very patiently until you're served.
Tariq says, bye, guys. Bye, Tariq. Thanks for stopping in.
Take care, man. Appreciate the love, baby. You know.
Now, Kiki says she knows she has an accent. She has that boogie down Bronx accent, girl.
So like I said,
I got to mask up to go in the store.
You go into a Jamaican restaurant, and you try to hurry that lady, and she's gonna stand there, and she's gonna take her time, and lo and behold, if she's sitting there watching her soap opera, you better not disturb her. She will serve you when she's good and ready, and if you disturb her, you're gonna feel like she's actually doing you a favor by serving you instead of the other way around. So you got to go in there. You got to exercise patience. You got to be nice, and you will get service eventually. And that's no different from if you go to Jamaica and you go to a local restaurant, you better sit your ass quiet. Wait around. They will get to you when they feel like. And you guys down in Jamaica and from Jamaica, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm getting at. Eventually. All right. OCD chick. Yeah, guys. So Lo is gone inside. As my Trini lady say, you have to lime. I love that. I love that in the complex. You sit back, lime, wait your turn. Because you know how it is with West Indian food. There's no rush. And when they say to you, "Me soon come," good luck. Because that soon come could mean 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 5 days. When they say soon come, you just beware because there's no time limit on that. So you just gotta, as I'm saying, hold your corners. Good food takes time. You are so right. You are so right about that. It's good. It's slow. It's amazing. But I'll tell you something about good food as we were on that topic. The last time that we were in Tokyo and we went into a restaurant with our son to get what he considered fast food. So you're talking about some noodles and maybe chicken or beef. And when you get your food, it's kind of it's kind of like it's kind of like the food that they prepare over there. It's like you can get it within 3 to 5 minutes prepared from start to finish. They have that food preparation thing down to a science. Okay, it's down to a science, and they don't take long, and the food is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So their philosophy is not fast food. It's about good food fast, and you get the quality of the food. You can taste the freshness in the food, but I don't know how the hell they do it. They must have some machine there that just get that food ready fast. Because from the time you order the food till the time you have that food in front of you, you're talking about a few minutes, and you're gonna eat it. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna come back for more. You know, I know the last trip that Lo and the kids took to visit Tyler, I wasn't along with that. I wasn't along that trip, but they came back with the same type of experience as we did before. And yeah, it's so. Tell me about your experiences, guys, of going into to a West Indian restaurants and buying food, and how things are. Japanese food, very good, absolutely. Anti-complex. It is absolutely delicious, and it's more than just sushi, because you'll find that people in Japan, they really don't eat sushi on an everyday basis like we think. They eat everything, but they don't eat they don't eat large portions of anything, and nor do they eat a lot of meat. Very little meat. I find they eat more vegetables, and you get rice or noodles, but they don't eat a lot of meat like we do. Like we could be, we're real carnivore. We could be sitting there with a whole plate of meat. That's not like that for them. When our son share videos with his colleagues over in Japan, they're just amazed at, look how much meat you have on your plate. The amount of meat that we eat in one sitting is probably good enough for an entire week for those people. Because they do not consume a lot of meat. They consume a lot of vegetables and rice or noodles, but not a lot of meat. So you even find when you go into the supermarket, meats are sold in very small packages. There's no big, you get, the family pack of drumsticks. You're not going to find that in Japan. You may find, 2 or 3 or 4 pieces, but not the big family pack, because it's just not consumed like that. Did you get what you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
She's almost done. She's Lois just in there getting the food ready for her dad. I hope you guys stick with us, because we want to try and show you when we visit Lorna's dad. He's a very funny man, and I'm sure he's got some funny stories to share with y'all. And again, guys, I want to thank y'all for your support, your continued support, and hope that we continue to support each other in this venture as viewers and as small YouTubers. That we're out there. I'm here for the ride and just rendering videos. All right, I just love that. I love the support, guys. And this thing, we started on this journey about 4 months ago. I think we're probably going on 4 months now. We started on this YouTube journey where we actually started, and if a lot of you are not aware, we started this on a dare from our adult children that says, you guys can't do it. According to them, you're not cool enough to have a YouTube page. You're not even cool enough to get anyone to watch you. And lo and behold, we've just surpassed our 1,000 mark of 1,000 subscribers, pardon me. And we're just a little over 3,000 hours of viewing hours. So we're looking roughly for another 1,000 in order to be monetized. So you guys continue to support, continue to share our page with others and our live with others. And you certainly is part of our success. And our girl Kiki, continue to support Kiki and push her over that 4,000 limit. I think she's only a couple hundred hours shy of the 4,000, but we'll continue to push and support her. And let me know, guys, as I mentioned earlier, This weekend, I want to be preparing some breakfast, but I'm not sure what it is I want to prepare. So I'm looking for some ideas from you guys. But I will share with you, though, one of the ideas that I had in mind. And you tell me what you think. I was thinking of doing an Eggs Benedict. I don't know who out there likes or enjoy Eggs Benedict, but I was thinking of doing an Eggs Benedict weekend. It's so a little tricky and time consuming, but that's one of my favorite thing to eat. All right, she's like Annie Complex. She's just loving it, Annie Complex. Okay, we appreciate the love, and yeah, just let me know, guys. Let me know what you think of this Eggs Benedict venture. I see Annie Complex is loving it. She's supporting Kiki. Love that. Annie Complex. I'm going to be trying to and looking for that okay for Eggs Benedict for this weekend. I know I've got to make my hollandaise from scratch because there's nothing more annoying to me, and Lo can tell you, when I go into a restaurant and I see Eggs Benedict on the menu, that's the one thing I'm going to be ordering. But what's annoying to me is the fact that when I ask the server, is your hollandaise fresh or made fresh in-house, the answer 9 times out of 10 is yes. And I said, are you certain? And always a response, yes. But yet, when I get that Eggs Benedict and I taste that hollandaise sauce, clearly it's out of a package. And I do not eat hollandaise out of a package. It's got to be made fresh with the clarified butter, the egg yolk, the lemon juice, salt and pepper. It's a very simple thing to make. The process itself is, I like that. The grower is saying that would be cool to see. Don't eat Eggs Benedict. Let's go back here. Oh, I missed that. You're saying something about don't eat Eggs Benedict, but yeah, it would be cool for you to see. And if I continue to get these votes and these nods for Eggs Benedict, I will certainly go by way of preparing it. Like I said, it's an easy dish, but it's also very complex. And the most complex thing to do is to prepare the preparation of the hollandaise, because you have to ensure. Oh my God, that's girls. Urban Girl Gardening. Wow. You do not like Eggs Benedict. Well, it's easy to make. Why not just make it fresh? Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Making it fresh is the way to go. Hello, Farming in the City with Stacy. How are you? Hello, everyone.
Oh, Farming in the City.
Farming in the City. Lo is back.
I believe Stacy not in Jamaica?
I'm not sure, but we're just talking about. I'm getting a nod for preparing Eggs Benedict this weekend. So I'm getting quite a few
you
nods.
don't know what you're getting yourself into with Nino and the Eggs Benedict.
You know I'm crazy about Eggs Benedict.
Nino and his Eggs Benedict is a whole mood. It's a whole mood, guys. See, Stacy says yes, she's in Jamaica. I've watched Stacy.
No, I enjoy I love Eggs Benedict. Okay, Urban Girl Gardening. Yep. I appreciate that. So I will be, guys, and I'm going to let you know I will be preparing Eggs Benedict this weekend. I'm going to do it live. And as I was saying, the most complex thing for me on the Eggs Benedict is...
Now, when are you doing that?
It's probably Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. We will advertise when, whether it's Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday. Now, Farming in the City with Stacy. Guys, you have to check out Stacy. Stacy is the coolest little thing from Jamaica, kicking ass, doing her farming out there. So go over to her page and give her a watch if you can. And welcome, Stacy, to our live. The grower says they definitely want to see that Eggs Benedict. I'm telling you, it's a mood. We will put up a reminder as to the time. Mm-hmm. As to the time that we're going to do that.
Because I ain't getting up no super early to do this.
He says that, but he gets up at like 4:30 to go to work. So he's up super early anyways, even when he's not working.
But as I was saying, the most complex thing in preparing that is to do the hollandaise and keeping it from breaking.
Lord.
So that's going to be something else.
Farming in the City with Stacy says thank you so much. She appreciates that. Well, we appreciate you, my girl, because I'm telling you, you don't see these female farmers like you too often out there doing your thing.
Doing your thing. Whereabouts in Jamaica are you farming with Stacy?
And how's the lockdown over there treating you? Kiki says, okay, I may go live this weekend, so I don't want to step on any toes, guys. Well, we'll compare some notes, and we make sure we'll probably do ours in the morning, Kiki, on Saturday, breakfast thing. Stacy says she's in Portmore. Big up Portmore. I have some family in Portmore. Or as they some feisty person once told my cousin, so you live by the Edgewater. Oh my God, was he ever insulted when they called his beloved city of Portmore Edgewater? Big up. So Annie Complex says, one love, new sub, Stacy. Big up.
We love that.
Now, Stacey says lockdown starts again there on Sunday. And we have Eco Neighbor joining us. Greetings,
welcome,
Eco Neighbor. Where are you?
Welcome.
Coming from? Where are you watching us from today?
We love the support, guys. Share up the live.
Now, Stacey says that she is from Edgewater. Okay.
Edgewater.
Now, I don't know exactly what part of Portmore they're calling Edgewater, but where is it?
Because you got an auntie that's close to
the Caymanas racetrack in Surrey Meadows, kind of in that part of Portmore. That's where we that's where we go.
I don't know what this guy was doing.
Everyone's she's saying that she's near the Mega Mart. Oh, I don't know of the Mega Mart there.
I don't know the Mega Mart.
Ooh, nice. I got to remember that next time.
I haven't got lost enough to discover the Mega Mart yet. I usually discover these places after getting lost.
Miss Jamaica. Everybody's saying hi to Eco Neighbor. They're saying, Kiki's asking if he's feeling any better. I hope you're feeling better. She says it's near the Portmore Mall. Okay.
I know where that is, the Portmore Mall.
I've been to the Portmore Mall before, but that's been a few years. That's been a few years now. And I mean, since the lockdown, Nino had the pleasure of going to see his dad. But of course, I wasn't there.
Love that. That was a great visit for me.
So I'm actually going to take you guys inside to meet my daddy. And I mean, if you think my mother is a hoot, hold on to your hats, friends, because my father's way of thinking is a riot. He is a riot.
He lives in 2021, but his mind is still in 1960 something.
Right. And his way of thinking and the way that the world works, it's old-fashioned, but it makes sense. And me and him have the best debates. He was a carpenter. He's retired from that, so he doesn't do all that renovating anymore. And he's a painter. Doesn't do too much painting anymore, but he has the most beautiful paintings that I remember.
Shall we say beautiful or interesting?
Very interesting.
Your dad has some very
So we are going to unload. So just bear with us as we try our best not to mess with this.
So listen to this story, guys, before we get out of the car. So Lo was telling me that her dad painted this picture of this naked woman. And he brought the picture and wanted to put it up on the wall. Well, I'm going to
show you the picture when we get up there.
And so
let me tell the story.
You go ahead. It's your story.
So he used to do his painting in the kitchen because the kitchen had a big expanse of a wall that was unobstructed by any furniture or anything like that. So he used to tack his canvases up there. And as kids, we know you don't touch anything that's on that wall. So come in one day to see this. Oh, Kiki says she's got to go and garden.
All right,
okay,
Kiki, do your thing, girl.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you.
So he went in and painted this woman from her navel to her knees, stark naked. So as kids, of course, we're shocked by this naked woman's parts on the wall. And of course, my mother was mortified and insisted that he take it down. So instead of taking it down, my father was very defiant. Of course, he did not take it down. All he did was paint a little white panty on this picture, and it still stands today. That's my father.
And he still got that. He still got that painting.
Yes.
In his apartment. I don't want to interfere. The cameras there. Let me just take this
there you
out.
go.
Oh, look at that. So delicate.
Oh, sugar. We need to have masks on to get to go into this place.
Okay,
so there you
so
go. To
can you,
walk through the lobby, we need masks.
Can you hold this while I put my mask on? Don't hit,
Absolutely.
babe, move your hand from there because the camera's
Okay, listen. I'll just do this because I don't know where to touch.
there. And I'll put my mask on.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
Got that. Look at that.
So bear
You
with
got
us,
it.
guys,
Turn the
because
car off. Did
I'm
you get the
telling
key?
you, yep, you
Got
won't
the
be
key out of the car?
disappointed. Yep.
Okay, so.
So I need you to carry some of these.
All right, so we're just getting out of the car. I'll take that. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Well, why don't we come back down for that stuff, though? All right, I wish I had. Why don't we come back down? You sure? Well, how am I going to get in the building? Am I going to 2025? Okay, so I'm going to make my way to his apartment. As you can see, Lo's back there just getting the rest of the stuff out of the car. I'm going to make my way. All right, I don't know why I'm going ahead because I'm gonna have to wait. Oh, she's there, she's not far behind. Gonna make my way into the building. It's kind of hard to talk through this mask, but you don't have much of a choice. You got? There we go.
Yep.
Got it? Okay.
2025.
I hope we don't lose connection
Why?
in the elevator.
Don't pull the door.
Oh, just gotta wait. There she is.
Hi, everybody.
That mask just looks like a diaper on your face.
I know. Oh, I'm tired lifting this big heavy bag of rice.
Oh, look, she's got Jack Frost. Yeah. A medium man, open.
It's not open. There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. So that's one of his many names, guys. We call him Jack Frost, Robbie, Mr. Walker. He has all sorts of names. Sugar. Breda Dada. I haven't heard that one in a long time. Breda Dada. All right. So we're just getting the elevator. I hope we don't get cut off. All right.
Yeah.
Here we are. Just getting in
So
the elevator.
prepare yourselves.
He is a riot. I'm telling you. He is a riot.
Yeah.
Mr. Jack Frost. Mr. Robbie.
Oh, I can't see.
Can't see?
Yeah, can you pull my mask down a little bit? So, as you can see, guys, we're still under restrictions. So when you come into a building,
You
have to wear your mask in public spaces
Yeah,
here in Toronto.
and try to have one that's better than hers, looking like
Well,
the cat had a fight with it.
well,
Nothing fashionable about that. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, let me get the door. All right, we're gonna make our way in. Jack Freezy, how are you? You got the water running and everything?
the water.
The water was just running. You're lucky the place wasn't flooded because you had the water running. All right.
Okay.
Jack Freezy. So I have some food here for you. But I'm also live on camera, guys. I'm live on camera. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you Jack Freezy, and he's doing his favorite thing. This is his favorite pastime. Check him out. That's Lorna's dad, and that's him with his favorite pastime in his hands. He's trying to sneak and put it down, but we caught him, didn't we? That's Lorna's dad right there.
Yeah, the ugly man.
The ugly man. That is Mr. Jack Frost, Breda Dada. Oh yeah, they're saying hello, Dad. Farming in the city with Stacy saying hello, Dad. That's him.
Yeah.
That's the famous Jack Frost.
The people of
We're just talking about your painting a while ago. We're,
This is
it's our YouTube family.
yes.
See, those are some of the paintings that he's painted over the years. He's, there we go. There's some more on this wall over here. Those are some of his precious.
Complex is saying hi. OCD is chick is saying hi.
Those are some of his precious artwork.
Now, guys, I want to tell you this picture here that he's made out of some metalwork. This is a song that his father, who was a deacon in Jamaica back in the country,
Nice painting.
in the hills
Farming
of St.
in the city with
Catharines,
Stacey saying nice painting.
he used to sing this song that was his own composition. So my father memorized the song and kind of sounded it out by ear, and he made this composition. It's made of metalwork, so he had to cut out all those notes. All those lines are cut out of a thin piece of metal, and it's been there since forever.
Wow. Hold on. So your dad, what were you saying there, Rob?
My dad was a conductor.
He was a conductor.
And a choir master.
And a choir master. So, what is your favorite food? What do you always ask me to bring you from the store?
Cow foot.
Cow foot. And why do you like this cow foot so much?
Because it's meaty.
It's meaty. So, guys, I am going to show you some paintings
I
here.
just went through those.
This is Edward the Black Prince. This painting is older than me, and I'm 55. This painting was made in Jamaica, and my father recreated that painting. That's the only painting that he ever sold. And my grandmother came to him in a dream and told him he shouldn't have sold that painting, so he recreated that painting. And this is a painting of, is this Edward's Gardens, Rob? A place in Jamaica, some gardens in Jamaica. And if you look really closely, you'll see me right there, a 16-year-old me. And I believe I was about 8 years old there, although you can't see me. I thought I was a fashion model there. Me and my friend, I don't know if it's not focusing. That's me, but anyhow.
And your dad is saying that this is you and your siblings.
Yes, this one is supposed to be myself and my brothers. The three of us. That's an abstract of the three of us.
See another piece here?
On the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna find that picture that I want to show you all. Here's a beautiful one. This is supposed to be the banana leaves. Here's this. Love this. Now, I'll show you my very favorite.
Don't go on this one.
This one is my favorite of all. It's been around. It's older than I am. Because as long as I can remember, this painting has been around. And if you can tell, this stonework here, for anyone who has been to Jamaica or lives in Jamaica, you see a lot of stone walls that look like that in Jamaica. Now, let me try to show you the painting that I'm talking about. There is the famous painting. Now, somebody tried to clean the dust off it and used a wipe, and that's why it has all this kind of stuff here. But that's the famous painting of the naked woman that now has an underwear painted on it. I know, Nino. So let's go. You see, he's busy. He has all his art supplies here. He's busy trying to get some of his paintings out. It's okay. You have a seat and we'll get the paintings out. We'll get the paintings out. This room is full of paintings. I want you to tell us some of your stories as you remember them. Now, Nino was telling our friends about when he was in Jamaica and how he used to go into the bush and kill birds and stuff like that. So do you have stories like that?
Yeah, like I used to shoot with a slingshot. Shoot bird with slingshot and fringe.
Yeah.
Fringes.
What is that, Rob? Like a trap of some kind?
What's a cringe?
Fringe is like it's like apparatus where you make it's like
You want to take this name?
it's like this. You make it. Got a special wood where we make it out and it's like this. It come like this, come like this.
So it's like a little trap that you make to catch the birds.
Like that.
Uh-huh.
And from here, you have a string through this, a hole here, and then the string comes to the tail of the more like a bow and arrow. So the string come through. After you make a hole, then you make a set of tick that you punch inside the hole. Right, the set of tick come like that, and you take the rope and put over the set of tick with the feeding beside it.
So that kind of traps.
So when him come down and stand up on the set of tick, the set of stick drop.
There you go.
And the apparatus stretch out.
Okay.
And then
trap the bird.
Yeah, hold him for.
To hold the bird by its feet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's how you would catch. So I'm trying to explain to them that I used to catch birds, but this one here, your beloved daughter, was in summer camp up in Halliburton, right? She knows nothing about catching birds. And Rob, tell me this though: you used to go bush, go run boat.
Yeah, we used to cook.
Okay, see what I mean, guys?
We used to cook.
See, my father-in-law used to go to bush and run boat, but she never did.
Because at the bush, that's where we farm. And then we have a river that runs through our property.
So we have water, we have food,
Right.
and we have wood for fuel.
Right. So when you go, you just
Ideal
carry
for
meat.
yes.
Carry meat, and you pack and you cook.
Now,
So-
farming with Stacy
and
saying
then
yes, they used to run a boat.
And
All
then,
right.
And then we go have beer.
Yeah, you go to the river and take a swim, and
Yeah, while you pack
so it's like a mini holiday.
Yeah.
You
go
see,
to
guys?
the cottage,
Now, you got your famous cow foot there. You want to show them what his cow foot it looks like?
Sure. You want to see that, guys? Check this out. Look at that. Huh? Look at all that. That's the cow foot on there with the rice and peas and the broad beans. That is it right there. That is the ancestral food.
Yeah.
Loving it. He loves it just as much as I do. And he's about ready to partake.
Now, we've been telling everybody that we came
Yum,
down
I love
so
that.
we
Farming
can
in the
check
city
in
with
on you
Stanley.
Because you haven't
Yum,
left
yum.
here in 8 months.
Yeah.
Question, when are you coming up to visit us?
Next month.
Next month
month.
when? Next month. We've been asking,
You heard
for
it, guys.
months.
He said next
He
month.
said next month. Okay.
First and next month.
The first of next
September
month.
1st.
You guys hear that?
He said he's coming out September 1st.
Yeah,
and
we're coming
gonna
to
be
pick him
here
up.
To
Yeah.
vlog it.
Come to me, you come pick me up September.
Okay, we're coming to get you.
Okay.
We're
So
coming to
I
get
want
you.
you to tell us a little bit about life in Jamaica when you were a boy. What did you used to do as a boy?
All right. Well, life in Jamaica is not like Toronto. Now that we migrate to the big city from the third world country, it's a little bit different here than back home. Because every mother and father, every adult used to take care of the smaller kid. And each mother and father take care of each other's kid.
So like a community, people took care of other.
So in that case now, you have to show them gratuity. Like, you got to, when you pass them on the street,
You have to say good
you
evening.
got to say how they do and welcome them. And you can't curse and you can't do anything bad before them. Not because they are not your parents. You have to have respect.
Right.
And if you don't have respect, what happens to you,
They
Rob?
say they hate you. They say you don't have no manners.
No manners. And your parents, that's not a good reflection on your parents.
So,
Sometimes they will go to your mother and father and complain to them.
okay.
And then you're going to get a flagging for that.
A good boss ass.
You understand?
Now, as a young man in Jamaica, when you left your house in Bonnet, in the country, where did you go? What did you do as a young man? You were an apprentice, true?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give you a little story now how I come. When I was growing up, I love mechanic.
Okay.
But the mechanic shop that was in the community, it was small. And then if I was to go to a bigger outfit, a mechanic, I would have to go to Linstead. Which
Okay.
way, if I go to Linstead now, I would have to go like from morning do the day and go back in the go back in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
You see what
Okay,
I
Annie
mean?
Complex says he's a mechanic too.
So what I did, I love mechanics so much that you could stop me from school to send me to mechanic.
So Rob, how is it that
But,
you love mechanic, but I have to pay so much money to go fix my car?
but what happened? I learned trade with my dad. My dad was a carpenter too, you know, contractor.
Now, a funny story about that. Didn't your father win a lottery back
And
then?
yeah, and then I, true, I was born and raised in the house. I adapted the carpenter work.
Mm. So you
So,
learn the trade from your dad.
so I learned the trade from my dad.
Ah, okay.
Going out now, and I start the mechanic, go to the mechanic shop. But when I start go to the mechanic shop was getting lower in occupants. You know, it was kind of broken down, you know. So from there now, till I have the trade in me, I go to Bagua.
Mm. Big up to Bagwalk.
Yeah, and look a job down there. Start to work with a gentleman in Bagua, build door and window.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I start to move up and down into Linstead, where I met a friend, a cabinet make a friend, and then I start to do cabinet making now, on top of the carpenter work. So I do that two job right through until I go to Kingston.
Now, tell us about the stories you told me when you were in Kingston and you used to go to the dance. What was the sound man of the day?
Kingston,
King
King
Stitch,
Stitch.
Coxon,
Coxon.
Oxen Sound Crew. So,
Duke Reed,
Duke Reed, okay.
Tom the Great Sebastian.
So what day of the week did you used to go party? What
Saturday.
Saturday night. That was the big night.
Saturday night.
So walk me through what you do. So Saturday evening you decide you're gonna go out Saturday evening, right? So you go home and iron your pants and you get yourself ready.
Go clean as that time, it was the best dress
Mm-hmm.
on Saturdays
Yeah.
because everybody clothes that come from dry cleaning and you get your hair cut. Those days we used to cut your hair and
Everybody's looking sharp.
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 You understand?
So when you reach the dance now, when you reach the dance late at night, right? So you just hold a corner and look out for a little girl.
Yeah, you just start drink and start lively up yourself and get boozy until you're ready for dance.
Yeah.
Because the girl them will come out, they come out to have fun too.
Mm.
You understand? So you're not going to ask a girl if you dance and she say no.
Okay.
You see
So
what
so
I mean?
any girl they ask for a dance, a
Any
shortcut.
girl where you ask
So
her
my
dance.
father used to always tell me back in those days when him dress up and him have on him shirt well pressed and him velvet pants.
John Forsyth.
John Forsyth shirt him call it. He says he don't talk to ugly girls at all. Right?
Truly.
You said he's looking for the prettiest girl.
Yes.
So you just dance all night.
Dance and drink booze and buy woman drink and life the other side they're ready for go home.
All right. Stacy's laughing. Family in the city, but Stacy is laughing. And he
I
Complex
told
is
you guys this
laughing.
man is hilarious. He's got some wonderful stories to share,
So
guys.
back in those days, did you have a car?
No, that time you used to ride.
You used to ride bicycle.
You used to ride bicycle.
Okay.
That time, enough cars never in Jamaica like that. It's just couple cars were in Jamaica.
Just a handful.
That was about 55.
1955.
Yeah.
Wow.
We down there, so.
So they never had a lot of cars, but if your mode of transportation was your bicycle.
Bicycle, bike, motorbike, and like scooter.
Yeah.
But me never love the bike. Me love my bicycle.
Okay.
You understand?
But if you had a bike, if you had a motorbike, you'd be more likely to get a girl because they want to sit on the. No?
No, me not like the bike because anyhow if you fall down with it, just point up on it. I like it. You understand? The bicycle, all right. You can't be good on my bicycle, man.
Yes, I like that.
Dash and crossbar, on the crossbar.
So hold on, Rob, you put her on the crossbar.
Yeah.
Wow, she just sit on the crossbar and you guys just ride to a party.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just fun, man. Just fun. Lots of fun, you know.
So tell me now, back in those days, what would the police officer do if he caught you, say with locks, or if you did dress too shabby and you're in town? What would happen?
Everything all right, but the Rastaism
Right,
was just coming,
right.
like taking root. And what they would do with all the Rasta them, they carry them at the station and cut them here.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, they used to cut them here.
So the police officer would cut the Rastafarians here.
But when it comes international now, is when Bob Marley come with him here and I sing. And Bob know when Bob come up and start singing now, them slow down, stop cut the Rasta man them here.
Okay, so they stopped harassing them.
Yeah.
So Bob Marley helped make Rastafarianism international.
Yeah, man.
With his music and his locks and you know.
And you can see it even in foreign country. Here no matter again, in any position he is now.
Yes.
Here no matter again. But that time in those days you hear matter.
So I couldn't walk around. I couldn't go and get a job in a bank with a hair like this.
Maybe not.
Okay.
They would have to see you look more refined.
Okay.
You understand? Maybe in here like that, but like you just see the white hair them, or
right.
the black hair them, but no roll up and all
right.
No locks.
So now all my aunts would tell me that back in the day, because my mother is very fair skinned. So they would say that when my father brought my mother back to country, and they were getting married, it was a big deal because my father brought home a brown skinned girl, is what they called it, and it was this big posh wedding.
Yeah, because my mother was a seamstress. And she made the bride
the dresses.
The dresses.
Yes. And you used to go to Montego Bay to help build, and downtown Kingston to help build some of those big hotels that are there today.
I work in Montego Bay.
Yeah.
And let it be facts, guys. As I go through Montego Bay with my father-in-law, he pointed out some really interesting places to me in Montego Bay, as well as he knew so much about Montego Bay. It actually surprised me because I'm from Montego Bay. And I realized that he is, in fact, had worked there for many years and knew the city quite well.
Yes.
All right. Well, you see, on Barnett Street, after you go around the roundabout, they used to have a club they call the Blue Lagoon.
See, he knows all the clubs. He knows all the clubs, guys. The Blue Lagoon.
Yeah. And then on the beach now, you used to have a club out on the airport road they call Borderline.
Okay.
So that's
Interesting.
where you used to hang out.
And then you have another one down, when you go down, if you go up long in there, you go down there, so they call Borderline, Ocean View.
Okay. So now we came to Canada in 1970. So when we came, you did a lot of carpentry work then. You worked on the big Eaton Center stores down there. You worked on the Pickering plant. You used to
The
work
nuclear
there,
plant.
The nuclear plant in Pickering. And basically you just did a lot of contracting and renovating.
Yeah, after.
Yeah.
After I stopped working for the union. I start to work for myself.
So Nino always teases me because he says I don't eat cold foot and I'm not Jamaican enough. And I tell him that's because we grew up here. We grew up in the Canadian way.
Yeah, because when you guys come, remember you guys go to kindergarten here.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you don't spend no time in Jamaica.
And you guys never brought us back to Jamaica. And Nino was the first one to bring me back.
Yeah, remember when you go back and I couldn't go, and
Yes.
then berries come meet, you know.
Yes, yes.
But Rob, let me ask you this though. You know the shed that's in the backyard, right?
Oh boy, yes.
So the
Yes.
shed that's in the backyard.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, you know, I've told you before. I wanted to paint the fence black, right? But the shed itself, I wanted to paint red, green, and gold. What do you think of that idea?
You see the little shed that we got built in the back to house all the garden equipment?
Nothing wrong with that.
He wants to paint it the colors of the Jamaica flag. Well, the
No,
Rasta
red, green,
colors.
and gold,
He
the
wants to
Rasta
add
colors.
Red in there.
That's okay.
And
You
I'm-
want the shed to be painted like the flag with the Rasta colors?
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, big up to you. Big up to you, Robbie. Big up to you. One more vote. Big up. Change the look.
Wow.
You know, and it reflects our culture. Not you, Rob?
Yeah.
Big up to Rob.
Regardless if your neighbor even say you
No,
they
the
don't
neighbors
like it.
don't mind because
But
they can't see it.
Right, because if you look on social media, everybody are doing their own thing.
Now,
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
been
understand.
here longer than you've lived in Jamaica. Yet, you sound, the Jamaican in you is as raw as they come.
I never
You
changed.
never gave that up.
I never changed. My roots I never give away.
Never. Now, you need to tell everybody on camera the story that you always told me that I love so much about Uzi Man.
Oh, there's the
You
Uzi
gotta
man.
tell
Yes.
the
The
Uzi
Uzi
Man
man story.
Please.
tell
Tell
the
the
Uzi man story, Rob. It's yours. Talk about Uzi
You
man.
see, it's just that when you growing up or growing in a community, there is some guys who claim themselves as a bully. Even going to school, you have bullies, you know. So, but me and this guy, he was my neighbor. And then sometimes would spar.
So you have little tussles with them, little
like
fights.
Fight,
Okay.
not fight, but spar.
Yes, yes.
We play fists, you know.
Okay.
Boxer, like we have boxers, you know.
Yes, yes.
Then bigger brother now would have become the referee.
Uh-huh.
So one Sunday now, I never go to church, so in an evening way up at the house, I go by his house, and he was up there sparring. And
Okay.
while he was sparring, what happened? It's like the brother said something to him, and the brother come between us and walk me, and we start
Just
fight
like a referee would on
Yeah. So
a
as-
boxing match.
as him walking, we start to fight back again. The man licked me straight in the eye, you know. Oh, he licked me straight in the eye, you know. I see peeny wall in there. You understand?
Oh my gosh. What's a peeny wally?
You don't know what peeny wall were.
It's like you're seeing stars. You see stars.
Yeah, you don't know them. You
Okay.
don't know peeny
So you got popped in your eye, and after you got popped in your eye, you start seeing stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we stop fight.
Okay.
And that time I was every night we would cook feeding for the pig, you know. So I was cooking pig feeding.
So you're cooking the food for the pig to eat, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I need some wood. So after I got back down at my house, I went down in the bush to get some wood. And when I go to, you know, the cooking, we call it coking. They use it like,
To tie the cows?
you know, like a whip for the cow.
Okay.
You
So
can
when you want to
flash
move them along, you kind of whip them.
Yeah, flash it and it go boom.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the stick make from pimento
Pimento wood,
wood, which is hard.
which
you
is
know?
hard, yes. That's the same pimento wood they use to jerk chicken.
Yeah, so when I picking up the wood, I find a whip stick. And then I decide now for fighting.
to fight Uziman.
Fight.
So this is your revenge for him
So this is
punching
my-
in your eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we are friends. You should lick me. You should lick me, hit me in my eye.
Yeah.
And then he went to Sunday school.
Uh-huh.
He by the City Mission Sunday school. So after I cook the feeding done and I find the whipstick, I wash off the whipstick.
So you prep it.
And push it down on the wheel. And go around at City Mission Church and wait till Sunday school over. That time I swell up now, you know.
so you can only see out of one eye.
Yeah, I swell up, man.
Okay.
Because man lick me swell up, I swell up. So, there was a jackfruit tree right in front of the mission door. And I stand up at the mission door and lean for the mission door. When the girl there, the Sunday school, they were over here. And I lean up on the jackfruit tree. And Sunday school over now, and when he look and see me, I swell up. He look at me and I laugh. I come, you know. I mean, I said nothing to him, you know, man. And when he come up here to me, I just joke the stick out. He said, made that stick out of me, the waist, you know. And I would have killed him with it.
So you hit the boy with the stick?
If some bigger guys ever could take me off of him, I would have killed him tomorrow. I never get no cut, but I beat him with a stick, man.
So Jessie's saying hi to you. Jessie's watching you. She's saying hello.
Jesse saying hi. Way back to Jesse. Hi, Jess.
Now, do you have any words of wisdom for these generations here? These younger people?
Well, I have to say to these younger generation, because we all are migrants, and you come, who is here as the first and the second and third generation, you have to adapt the Canadian principle.
Or the American.
Yeah, or the American.
Or the British.
And right.
Oh, there's some people from Jamaica.
You see, but you must always inquire your roots.
Absolutely. Stay real to yourself.
So you can know what's going on. The food they used to farm and the lifestyle they used to live, just like the indigenous people. You understand? So when you do that now, it tie in the Jamaican with you, the more Jamaican with the immigrants.
Now we have a farmer that's watching you. Her name is
Yes.
Stacy. She's from Jamaica and she farms.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people are gardeners and they have gardens too. So.
All right. So you understand? They understand what I mean.
Yes.
You see, the kids of today, from up to grandkids, they should try to inquire the roots.
Yes.
Which way the social media, they should open up some little dialogue for the immigrants, so that those they can keep track at the times, you know. And that's my little idea.
Well, that's absolutely some wise words. Some wise words from an elder.
Yeah, because if you don't do that with the kids, then they will just adapt the old principle and believe that's the only way to go. You see what I mean? But when you tie in yourself back to your country.
So you're talking about your values and you know the things that are meaningful.
You learn what you used to miss. You get it back. You see what I mean? So it's better for the colored people than me. Because in Toronto now, as I see, it's a hell of a war going on with the racial system, you know.
Well,
And
but for the most part, though, Toronto's a very diverse city, and in
yeah,
comparison
they're
to,
trying to, but it's still there's some
there's
spots.
always going to be challenges.
There's
But
spots.
Rob, in comparison to a lot of places in the world, we're doing very well here, though.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
doing well.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
our challenges,
yeah, yeah.
like most other places, but not, it's not as
It's
pronounced.
not just we
You know,
alone.
we still.
The Asian, the Indian,
Mhm.
everybody
Right.
go through a little
Now,
crisis.
I want you to talk about, well, one of the things I was trying to talk to our friends about is wellness and people who have been shut in because of the pandemic, they're not going to their usual things. Like you used to be out and about a lot. You used to go to bingo, you go grocery, you do your thing. But you've been in this apartment now for several months since December.
Yeah, but
With this pandemic, you're not too quick to go out there.
it's not the pandemic. It's not the pandemic.
Well, and you're also feeling a little bit weak. So
I'm a little bit ill, and
yes.
and
So I'm encouraging people out there to check on their elderly people, their elderly family members, make sure everybody's doing okay.
yeah.
Check in on them, make sure they have proper groceries and that they're feeling okay. Spend a little time.
Once that's what I'm trying to say to the younger generation.
Yeah.
Once the older head migrate,
Yeah.
he's not going back.
Right.
You won't be going back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying, the attitude that like how we used to live back home, everybody take care of each other.
Right.
There's no way you go down the street or in the community and you find no adult would abuse a elderly or a kid.
Right.
You see what I mean? Everybody carry a respect for
Right.
each other.
Right.
So now that we are getting old, don't be like some foolish people.
Right.
Take care of your roots.
Take care of each other.
Right.
Yeah, your dad or your mom getting old, see to it they have food, somewhere
Right.
to live, and it's the best that you can do for them.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you
see
know
what I
it,
mean?
Stacy. That's precisely how it used to be. And
Right,
we're
right.
hoping to get back to that, and
Yeah.
like a lot of these young kids nowadays, Rob. That's out there killing each other,
All right.
harming each other. That's
Yes,
all
ma'am.
nonsense.
Yeah, because you see,
Stacy says that's what it was like growing up in the country.
life is short. And
Hey, Tong Channel, welcome from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Share the live. Share the live.
Getting some
We have people from all over the world that
Yes.
tune in to us.
yes. So
So yeah, that's some wisdom there, Rob.
in the Philippines,
Yeah,
the
you know.
Indian,
Absolutely. Big on respect. You can't replace respect for your elderly and respect for your seniors and your elders. That respect must remain intact at all times.
this is one main item. We are what I would say right now. We are different generation, but we are not strangers.
Mm-hmm. Word.
In no way another human being should call a person stranger. Not because you don't know him, you don't know everything about his ways or his life. You call him a stranger. Suppose you fall on your face. Would you like that person to help you up?
Mm-hmm.
So if that person help you up, he wouldn't be a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
In school, in the grocery store, on the street, on the bus, we are not strangers, we are all human. And when you teach the younger kid that some people are strangers, when they grow to face the world, they're faced with a lot of criticism, because they don't know which direction to go exactly. They see you, they see you on the street now, and not because you don't grow in Jacksonville or you grow in Harmer Heights or whatever, they're going to call you a stranger. And it's the same stranger now working at McDonald's when you go in and make your order, is the same one gonna sell you some food.
So we're all one in the same community.
Yeah,
We're all one and all.
we are just one set, one people. We are different, like the dog, the cat, the cow. But every one of them is just an animal,
That's right.
and we are just the same.
And if they can get along, why can't
If
us?
they
Why can't we get along?
They live in the
Okay.
forest.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, we are just different generation, but we are not stranger. And once the kid can adapt that, he'll play. The white kid will play with a Chinese kid. The Chinese kid will play with a black kid, and everybody going to school together. And everybody.
And funny enough, you should say that. If you ever see kids in the playground,
All right.
kids in the playground don't know any
They
of
look
that.
how they're happy,
The different.
play
They're
with
just
one another.
they're just kids playing together,
Yeah,
having a
that's the
good
way they're
time,
supposed to
right?
go.
And that's how it should be. That's how the world was meant to be.
Yeah.
So anything beyond that is just influencing in the wrong direction.
You see, so this fight will never over, you know.
Okay, so we are gonna leave you.
So
So you have some parting words.
like
Any parting words for our viewers and all our friends out there?
viewers,
Because we were just about to wrap this live.
all I have
I wanted to show them a little Quran.
all I have to say, I don't want to put myself in jeopardy.
What are we going to do then, man? We're going to go back on?
Or say anything unusual.
Oh, no, we'll just go.
But as I said,
Everybody's saying to you,
take care of yourself
And each other.
and each
now,
other.
Tom is telling you that Grandpa is saying wise words and he's telling you hello from Philippines. And for everybody to keep safe.
Yeah, yeah. Filipino, I have a Filipino who come to my house and work and me and he move quite good. You see what I mean? So I love Filipino just like how I love a black man.
That's right. One love. One
You
love.
see? So let every one of us live together, try to live together as one.
In harmony.
Care for each other as one. And see if we can bust this racism apart. Okay? And that's my little word. Bye.
All right. Those are some wise words. Wise words from a wise man. He's just said his piece as we're here visiting with my father-in-law. And he's just chilling. We brought him some dinner, some groceries. And look at that. You know, my father-in-law is trying to, you see, that's his little comfort there. Look at that. See that little thing there? And he's trying to get at it. He's trying to get at it. Look
So
at it.
I've been popping in and out of the frame because, do a little light housekeeping and that, but he's not that much of a slob. So we're going to leave you to your cigarettes and your cow foot, and we'll talk again soon.
And don't forget the 1st of September.
You heard it, everybody. He said...
We're coming to get you.
Heard that, Jessica? Your grandfather said he's coming up the 1st of September.
Yeah.
Right? So...
Because I don't see my great granddaughter.
Oh,
You have
yes.
not seen Miss Zuri Rose
You have not seen
yet.
her. She's a handful.
And if you know my father, every single person in the family gets a nickname by yours truly. So we're all waiting.
She hasn't given her a
Zuri
nickname yet.
Rose's nickname is going to be.
September
All right.
1st is a big day.
That's right. So we'll all be here to see it.
Jack Frost is coming up, and we're going to go live on September 1st. Let all
So
our
left you
viewers
another
know.
one in there, and I have your soup in there.
So I talk to you people on September 1st.
That's right.
This time it might be nicer.
That's right.
All right.
Right.
So we're going to continue on with the
Yes.
live as we
Yes,
as
because
we
I'd like to show them some of the Toronto City skyline. So,
yeah, we're going to go downtown.
yeah.
We're going to go downtown and show a bit of the skyline as we go downtown. Let's just turn it back around.
So,
hey guys, it's
Harmony
me
in the
again.
City with Stacy says sound words. Jessica says she'll be waiting September 1st. And he
All right, Rob.
says he's going to
Take
be
care.
there. He's
All
going
right.
to be there.
So
Jessica
we're gonna-
says, love you, Grandpa. All right. Okay.
All right, Rob, we're gonna leave you. We're gonna head out.
All right.
We're gonna get back into the car. We're
All
gonna
right, my man.
we're gonna show. Oh, there he is, saying goodbye. All right. Okay, Rob. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay.
As we're gonna be heading out and heading back down to the car. Let me get this.
Don't waste it.
Let me get this mask back on, because part of the regulation here, guys, calls that you have your mask on as you go through a building. So Rob Stacy from Farming in the City says bye. Says bye, Dad. There we go.
Okay. See you soon.
All right, Rob.
All right.
We'll see you later, Jack Frost.
I have a mask.
EL Star.
Okay.
Wait, where did I come up with a bag? I must have. Oh, put it over here.
Let's head out. We're just gonna head back down.
Okay. Oops.
Let's go, Lo.
Yeah, I want to take them before it gets too dark to just see the city. Okay. All right. You know, glasses.
Oh, I forgot my glasses. All right, thank you
I got
very
your
much.
glasses.
All right, so we're just heading back downstairs to the car. And we're gonna take you on a little tour of our beloved city. Oh, can't put my hand there because the camera is right there. I'm gonna be blocking the lens. You coming?
Oh, I forgot to put my mask on.
You did.
Well, it's not much of a mask.
Well, I don't know. That mask looked like the cat ate it.
Well, it's broken.
It's broken. It looks like it's very broken.
So that was my dad, everybody.
Oh, look at that mask. Isn't that great?
That's okay. I'm gonna discard it. So that was my dad, everybody. I tell you,
He's a riot.
he's all right.
He's a riot. He's a track star.
So before we end this live, I just want to show you a little bit of the city skyline. So that's what we're off to do now.
All right.
So we do those checks, you know, at least several times a week. And we all, whether it's myself or my brothers or my kids, we all make sure
Somebody's
that
always stopping by to make sure that
he's okay.
Rob is okay. And so, you know, as you know, my father lived in Jamaica, so I don't get the ability to check on him as frequent. However, I've got an amazing friend. Big up to Kevin. Big up to Dijon, my nephew, that's always checking in. Really appreciate it. Enough respect. And hopefully I'll be able to make my way soon back down to Jamaica to visit with Dad. As both he and I, you know, we really enjoy when I'm there visiting and spend some time with them. Because as we know, as our parents get up there in age, we're actually have some, you know, limited time. So we don't want to waste any time. We want to utilize it as best we can. And, you know, pay homage and show love to them. Let's just get in here. Lock that in.
Well, that was great.
There you go.
That was
We're gonna
great.
have to adjust the camera there. Okay. So what I need is, I need my night vision.
Now I have to tell you guys that is what my father loves. When people come in, they visit. You know, he's lost some of his mobility. You know, over these few months, and we have him set up with some physio starting to happen. So I just encourage all of you just to check in on family members, well, whether they are elderly family members, just make sure that everybody's doing okay. Because, you know, people that you haven't talked to in a while, there's a lot of stressors, you know, everyday life. And like I said, we're not doing the socialization that we've all been accustomed to. So, you know, it's our job to kind of check in. Make sure everybody's okay. Call somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while. You know, make sure we have the ability to do video calling and stuff like that. Hi, Kiana. Farming in the City with Stacy says, bye, Dad. And I tell you, I will definitely hold him to it and go live on September the 1st. and I'm going to hold him to it. To make
That's
sure
actually amazing that he's committed.
he's committed,
To a date,
right?
And he's ready to come by. And for Rob, it's very interesting because when he's by us, he'll go out in the backyard, he'll walk about. It's a wide open space back there, and he'll get some mobility. He'll go out and he'll walk up and down the sidewalk just to get some exercise. And so for the last few months, him being isolated at home, and the only movement is probably from the bedroom to the kitchen to the bathroom, and his movement is very limited. And as you all know, with when you're dealing with mobility issue, you need to exercise all the time. You need to keep the muscles active.
Especially and my dad his personality is that of a 25-year-old. Okay, my dad will be right there with his grandchildren at the same dance. When we're in Jamaica, he wants to go to every party, everywhere. He doesn't want to miss a thing. Yeah. And when you suggest certain activities to him, he'll say, "No, that's for old people." He doesn't want anything to do with that. So in our family, we've never seen him like this. But September 1st, everybody, you heard it.
And I know I'm going to be pulling out the checkered board and the Ludi board. These are the things he loves.
We got to take you live when you watch my father playing checkers.
Maybe get even a game of dominoes in there. You never know. He just loved that kind of interaction.
So we wanted to take you guys on a little drive through the city. Maybe see some of our downtown Toronto. I mean, it's dark now, so you're going to see a lot of street lights, but hang on now. Let's flip the camera a little bit so you can see.
Flippo?
There we go.
El Flippo.
So we're just kind of heading into...
And this here on the left, guys, there's a school building just on the left.
You probably can't see it. But that was my beloved public school on the top of the hill here.
A million times.
You see, Nino's just a hater.
And there's a picture in the lobby with her in it.
That's correct. That's correct. Because the whole school came out on this hill and took a picture back in 1970 something. And I'm sure it's in there. But I mean, the way that things work now, you can't just walk into a school and look at anything. So we're heading back uptown. And
we're going to pass through the downtown.
We're just going to pass through the downtown core. We're in Midtown now. Right at Davenport and Bathurst. And we are going to take you on a little trek through the city. So I'm back to what I was saying before about wellness checks, guys. It's very important. I mean, we feed our bodies nutrients, but we also have to feed our mind as well. And that's just as important as our physical self. Loneliness can really affect a person. So if you have somebody that's shut in or withdrawn, due to this pandemic or just being, out of their usual routine, can really be debilitating, just as it would be if you have a broken leg. So I encourage us all to check in on our loved ones and make sure everybody's well, and make sure you're well. Feed yourself some of that good food that we're all growing in our gardens, and get as much exercise as your little bodies can muster. I mean, we're not all doing those big bike rides or the big walks, but any little bit helps.
Every little bit counts, as they say in Jamaica. Every mickle make a muckle.
Now, Kiki just jumped back on and said, she's back.
Kiki,
y'all
girl,
still
welcome
on?
back. We're doing our thing, girl. We're still doing our thing.
Now, Annie Complex says it sounds like his kid. You got to force her to go outside. You really do. You got to get some of that physical
activity. And I think
activity.
as well, Annie, during this whole pandemic thing, a lot of these kids have become addicted to this gaming thing, and they're now very reluctant to go outside and partake in activities.
Now, there's
there's
a time for game. There's a time for. Whoa, wow. Nino, are you gonna get us home in one piece?
I'm gonna get you home in one piece.
Thank you, sir.
This gentleman looked like he wanted to just push me around on the roadway.
Guys, I have my seatbelt on because Nino's slamming on that brake, giving me a heart attack.
Don't even pay her no mind, guys.
And now Kiki's surprised that we're still on. Kiki, you missed meeting my dad. He was on for a little bit. giving us some pearls of wisdom in only his style. Kiki says, oh Lord, people driving crazy. I'm telling you, they're driving crazy. Mind you, he's focused on the road. I'm focused on the comments. And Annie says that's regular Toronto driving.
Oh yeah, you better.
And Nino always says that I drive like Miss Daisy, but
you
I drive
like Miss
conservatively. Now, this is our beautiful city. This is our beautiful city, everybody.
And those are our beautiful cars driving up
Now,
and down.
Kiki says she'll definitely hit the replay to listen to Dad. Now, Dad has promised that he is going to leave his apartment September the 1st.
Yeah,
that would have made.
We should come and
that
pick
would
him up.
make 9 months.
That's only a few days away. You know that.
That's right. That's not too far away.
I hope he realizes that.
That will make 9 months since he's been out. So, I haven't been feeling the best lately, but, you got to keep pushing on. You do whatever you can, whatever brings you joy. And for me, that's my garden. I'll go out into my garden. You have good days, you have bad days, but you just keep pushing on. And you form a support system, which I have a great support system. I have work friends, I have family, I have, garden friends, and I have you all that are here online. So, it's very important. Your wellness is a very important thing. And Stacy says, yes, keep pressing. My garden is everything. And
I got you back on camera.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And
got you back on camera.
I love being in my garden first thing in the morning when it's very quiet. All I can hear are birds. It's very still, and it's just me. As a matter of fact, it's not just me anymore, because my son has started to leave little peanuts for a chipmunk that seems to be frequenting our backyard that he has affectionately named Chippy Don. So now I have a chipmunk that wherever he is in my garden, he lets me know he's there. So I might be watering, and all of a sudden out of the bush comes like a lightning comes Chippy Don.
And he picks up a nut and he's gone.
Yes. So I don't think he's going, because now he knows that he has peanuts. So I don't think he's going to leave.
Chippy Don's got his food
Planter
source.
Garden TV says hello and love to all.
Hello and welcome.
Hello,
Planter
Garden TV. Hello. Welcome to the live. We're talking about a lot of things. We're kind of all over the map here. We're talking about wellness. We're talking about, making sure that you are okay physically, mentally. Spiritually,
yep,
even.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have been ripped away from their spiritual families, and they're not able to go to church the way that they used to. So you have to be mindful of that. Okay, I got it. I see it. I got it. We got to plug in before we lose your battery. Nino is very worrisome about his battery. These iPhones have a long battery life, even when they give you a button. Nino is very afraid of that. But anyhow, so here we are. I'm gonna flip you again. Well, we're not really in downtown core yet. So basically we're almost there. We're still in Midtown. Now, Annie says it might be a Rescue Ranger Chippendale. I think it is Chippendale. I think it's Alvin.
A Chippendale.
Because he's quite a naughty chipmunk. Because, like I said, it doesn't matter where I am. He makes me know that he's there. And he scares the bejesus out of me. But I must not complain too much.
Chippendale.
Because at least it's not a garden snake. Like poor, they call me Sunshine. I was talking about garden snakes. And some of you have been posting that you have lizards in your gardens.
No, that's when gardening stops in my yard.
Well,
and
they say that the lizards
out.
eat a lot of insects.
That's
so
fantastic.
People welcome the lizards.
That's fantastic. I don't welcome the lizards. I am terrified of lizards, guys.
Now Kiki says she feels like she's playing Cash Cab. Kiki, it really is Cash Cab. Now we wanted to show you a beautiful shot of our CN Tower at night when it's all lit up beautifully. And then I guess we can conclude our live.
We're just trying to get downtown, but the traffic here is
Yeah, traffic
not-
can
it's
be a
not
little concerning. But you can see my beautiful city is so nice and clean.
It is lovely.
Yes. So we still got a few people here. So nice of you guys to
stick with us. We really
throughout our
appreciate
little
that.
journey. Like we've
We
been
so
on a little
appreciate it, guys.
bit of an adventure. And I'd like to know how you guys are all doing as far as your numbers are going. Have you noticed anything different with your comments? Are your comments still disappearing? I know Kiki had mentioned a while back that she was noticing that her numbers were fluctuating. We noticed that our numbers.
We also
fluctuate
noticed
and
that
stuff.
there's a period of time where we started getting messages that are like 2 or 3 months old.
Yeah, I don't know what
Which is
that's all
kinda
about.
weird.
All of a sudden, a comment will just populate, and the comment is from weeks or months prior, which I don't really understand why that happens. But I don't know. I'm still a little bit new to the whole YouTube game. I'm trying to learn, and I do a lot of reading and watching certain other channels that are trying to teach us what to do. Now Kiki says we love to support, and she says yes, that was YouTube. They were putting up old messages, and Annie says that happens to him too. Okay, I thought there was something wrong with. I thought, did I miss these comments? Because guys, I answer every single comment.
Oh, and trust me, she's on the ball.
Every single comment
She is
I
on the
answer.
ball.
So when I started seeing all these comments coming up, I'm like, what the heck? Where did these come from? Farming with Stacy says it's happened to her too. So that's a little bit weird. I don't understand why that happens. But I guess with us smaller YouTubers, we actually see and respond to our comments because they're not, I could imagine the bigger channels, they probably can't keep up with their comments. There's so many of them. But I noticed that, and I thought that there was something that I had shut off, or there was a switch that I should have thrown. And Kiki says, yes, the comments, they were comments that were missed. They disappeared after you respond. Yeah, that's happened too. Because I know I respond to a comment and then I go underneath my live and I look at the comments and the comment is not there. And Annie Complex says that the shorts are helping with watch time. And guys, we're all talking about getting to that elusive 1,000 subscribers, but
4,000 or 1,000.
1,000 subscribers.
Pardon me.
But it's all about watch time as well.
Well, we tend to ignore the because we weren't paying a whole lot of attention to the watch time. We mainly focus on subscribers,
Right.
whereas as we should have been simultaneously paying attention to the watch time, and we didn't. Wish we had. So all you guys that are
but there's nothing that you can do about the
all
watch
you
time.
guys
That's
that are
out of your
hunting
hands.
for your
They kind
1,000 subscribers.
They kind of go hand in hand. Now, Auntie said, okay, I read that one. So Kiki says on YouTube Studio, there's a section now where they keep comments that you've missed. Okay, we have to go there and look for that. Now, all right, I have to go and look that up because I feel very bad when there's a comment there that I've missed, because I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring their comments, because I do answer everyone in a timely fashion, or I try to. And she says it's on the desktop version. Okay, now maybe that's why I've never seen it, because I rarely go to the studio on the desktop version. I usually go to the version that's in the app on my phone. Okay, we need to try out the desktop version. So we're almost at the downtown spot where we can get a better view of the city. Let's flip you around and you can see.
I think I
where
might
we are.
have to go west and then come back east.
Okay, you know the roads better than I do, because
sense.
they always laugh at me and say that I only know the routes to get to work and back and to the grocery store and back, and I don't deviate, which is kind of true. I drive where I know. So as you can see,
I'm just thinking, where's the best spot to get a nice view
okay.
of the city? That's how I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Just gotta be careful with these guys.
Yeah, we have our city, guys, so we have a lot of bike lanes and a lot of people on bikes. So some of these little streets have designated bike lanes. So although we have some restriction here, a lot of our restaurants and shops are basically open. You do still have to mask. And I believe there are capacity limits in most places, although it's a lot better than it has been in Toronto here. But for the most part, I don't really venture out too much. So we're just trying to get to the expressway here so that you can get a good view of our CN Tower and some of our big buildings. We're just here.
What street is this?
Is this Queen Street?
No, this is Strand.
Or is this King Street? King or Queen?
I think this is...
That was King Street.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're on King Street.
Yes, now we're on Strand. Okay, nice.
I'm just trying to see if I can get that loop around.
So Kiki says she's loving the view. Farming in the city with Stacy says it's nice. It's kind of relaxing. It's like cash cab. Now this is a beautiful area. It's called Liberty Village. And if you can see all the condos.
Am I in the right place here, maybe? I don't think... Oh, it might be. That might be the bridge down there. This whole East Liberty area is so different.
Liberty Village?
Yeah, it is so... It's quite a community back here.
Yes. Now,
And you get
Toronto
a lot of the
is
young
known for
entrepreneurs
it's a condo
very
city.
hippie.
Now, Annie said having a community of support is awesome. Glad he came onto the live. Well, the thing about us small YouTubers, Annie, you have to stick together. And when you find a community that's very supportive, it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And this community is a blessing. There are a lot of people
Stick together and grow
that
together.
stick together and they support and they build you up, because there's many days that you feel like nobody's watching, nobody cares, you're just making all these videos and they're not going anywhere. And then somebody will shoot you a comment from the community and it'll just refresh and encourage you. It's really
Absolutely.
good. It's really good. It's really good. Pinky AFM says, is this live right now? Wagwan. Yes, it's live. Oh boy, look at this car here, ready to cause an accident.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yes, this is live right now, coming to you from downtown Toronto on the lakeshore.
Big up to Princess Zuri Money.
Yes, we are live right now. We
Share the live, share the live,
You can share the
live.
live. You can share the live if you want us to help us. Now, farming in the city is saying Wagwan Pinky. Farming in the city with Stacy is coming to you from Jamaica, from Portmore, Jamaica.
Big up.
Big up. Everybody's giving Pinky AFM some big up. Kiki, Annie, everybody, I big you up. So let's flip.
Yeah.
All right. So this is our beautiful lake shore. The lake is to the left on the camera. So we're just trying to get on the freeway so that we can come to the city. You can see the view coming into the city.
And this whole area to the left here, the lakeshore area, is due for a $1 billion makeover. They're going to be, the government has benchmarked this to go through a complete makeover. So I would imagine, maybe the next 5 or so years, this place is just going to be so different.
Yeah.
And it all
So,
will be accessible to
I
the
encourage all of you, once, the world goes back to where it's supposed to be, that you all come
to visit Toronto.
to Toronto.
Come to the T
All
dot.
the
We're
Americans, if you've never been,
Jamaicans.
if the Jamaicans, the people over in UK, even Tong, all the way over in Philippines.
Yes.
I need you all to come and visit my beautiful city of Toronto. There's something for all of you here.
And Tong, don't forget to share the love with the Philippines, man. We love the Philippines.
My sister-in-law is from the Philippines, and we've been trying to convince her to come and make some pancit or some lumpias. She makes the best plantain lumpias at Christmas time. So hopefully we can get Emmy to come on and we can do some of that with Emmy. Now, Kiki says, what are the gas prices like up there? Well, our gas is a little different because we
pay by liter. I tell you something though,
Right.
Kiki, there is an announcement today that as of midnight tonight, the price is going to go up 5 cents a liter. So I'm making it a point that, well, this vehicle right now is full, but I got to grab the other vehicle and make sure that it's got a full tank of petrol. Because come midnight, the price is going to shoot up, and I'd much prefer to get it at $5 or 5 cents less than 5 cents more. So
Kiki says she would have pulled over in a park by now. Well, this whole area down here is a lot of park and open land.
East. This is it. Expressway east only. We are going east. So.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
Here we go.
So we're just gonna get a good shot of the city
And
skyline.
over to my left, you probably can't see it now because this big wall is
That's
there.
your right, honey.
Oh,
She
to
doesn't
my
know
right.
her right
Sorry,
from her left,
to my
guys.
right.
You gotta
That was
excuse
Drake's
her.
big complex over there. His big owl is flashing on the side of the building. But I don't know if you all can see to the right of your screen, there's our beautiful CN Tower all lit up.
And it's very much a condo life next to in the downtown core.
Yes. It's all condos down here. Pinky AFM is flying the flags. Definitely a Toronto thing. Fill up before the gas goes up, everybody. No, we're on the lake shore, Annie. We're on the lake shore.
We're on the Gardner Expressway.
Oh, Gardner Expressway. Okay, Gardner Expressway.
Again, you're talking about a person that don't know geography, so.
I don't drive down here. Give me a break. So
Or
this is our
direction.
beautiful skyline in front of you guys. It is so beautiful,
And
Kiki.
we'll be passing at some point. You'll see the CN Tower in the distance.
Well, you can probably see it now. I don't know
yeah.
how clear this camera is showing
We've
you.
also got the retractable dome where the Blue Jays played just off to the left. And the Raptors home, ACC as they call it, the Scotia Center right now, it's all there. Everything is right
So
down
we
there.
are driving through the city. So we're going from west to east.
Mhm.
We're going from west to east. They're laughing because you're teasing me that I don't know my left from my right, but he's
But it's
actually
true.
correct. I have to hold up my hand, and the hand that my wedding ring's on, I know that's my left hand. It doesn't come automatic, guys. That I have to admit to. But yeah, you see all these beautiful condos, they're practically sitting on the freeway. They're practically sitting right on the freeway.
And they're all sitting there at you can't, I bet you if you got $1 million, you couldn't get one. Be well over $1 million for each one of these.
Pinky says, I like how you called it the retractable dome because we don't acknowledge the Rogers Center LMAO. Ah, boy. A sky dome with say. Torontonians are touchy about their dome. There it is. If you can see it over there to the left, the
There it
blue
is.
dome.
Rogers Center.
It says Rogers Center,
It
but
is
us
retractable
Torontonians
dome.
call it the
Sky Dome.
Call it the Sky Dome.
Which was
That
the original name.
Yeah, right, the Sky Dome. I guess it's whoever has the most cash. They rename the building. But this is the beautiful skyline here in downtown Toronto. Now you can imagine the view from some of these beautiful condos here on the downtown. Now I guess we could on another day we can take you through our city when it's daylight and you can see some of our wonderful spots. We can take you live.
And just off to the left coming up here, guys, is the Scotia Center, also known as Air Canada Center, which also was an original name. And that's where the Toronto Raptors play and win championships. And you know how it is.
Yeah, you know how it is. Toronto Raptors.
416 in the house.
My mother is a huge Raptors fan. Huge. She knows everything there is to know about the Raptors and basketball. Wow, somebody's going fast.
Or their car is making a lot of noise.
Yeah. The area looks nice. Farming in the city with Stacy says. And Tremaine says that the Leafs play there too. Don't
That's
diss.
right.
He says, don't diss.
Sorry,
don't
Leafs
diss.
fans. So I don't know how I forgot the Leafs. Yeah. The
Don't diss the Toronto Maple Leafs.
and the Toronto Raptors all
We
play out of the
love-
Scotia Center.
This city
It's
of
a
Toronto
hockey center.
is a hockey town.
I tell you, the day when the Toronto Maple Leafs win a hockey championship, this city is going to be shut down. Now, I was a hockey fan some 25, 30 years ago. I gave up on it because my heart couldn't take it anymore. We realized that Toronto's team was just, they were constantly losing material on the ice simply because of the sport community and the hockey community is so huge in Toronto that even when our teams go in and win one game for the entire season, you can never get a seat in that arena.
True.
Because it's so well corporately supported that the seats are always full, the arena's always full.
Yes.
So the owners don't even bother to put a good quality team on the ice.
Yeah.
You know, but these guys will never stop supporting the Maple Leafs.
And he says, yes, just like when the Raptors won, the city was shut down.
Yeah, you haven't seen nothing yet. If you thought it was shut down then, you wait until the Leafs win.
Yes.
It's going to be redunculous. From the time I was a kid, I've been waiting for that. And I'm in my 50s now, and I still haven't seen it. And still waiting.
All right. Well, guys, I guess
we've just gotten onto the Don Valley Parkway, heading north in the city as we head back home.
Yeah. And Annie says, true that. Urban Girl said, I had a good time when I visited Toronto. We got invited to a 90s music party and had a blast. Listen, Toronto, you guys are sleeping on Toronto if you've never come here. You have to come. Summertime, there's more things to do. And I mean, when the world is the way it's supposed to be, we have every weekend in the summer, there's a festival. Our Caravana Festival is our huge Caribbean festival that's usually end of July, first week of August.
We usually have at least 1 million Americans cross the border.
That's right.
To come join us.
And if you're planning on coming for that, you have to come early. You have to book your hotel room early because every hotel room in the city sells out during Caravana.
And I have a good feeling Caravana is going to resume next year. So guys,
that's right.
Start reserving your
Caravana. There's events leading the week before, actually the month before. But if you're coming for the parade, come a few days before. There's lots of events leading up to it. We have a beautiful jazz festival. We have Taste of Danforth. There are so many things happening. And talk about parties, soca parties, 90s parties, reggae parties, bashments, things that go on, barbecues, concerts. So many things to see.
You just don't have enough time to do all these things.
And of course, we do have Niagara Falls, which is not in Toronto, but it's about a 2-hour drive.
Not even that much.
Maybe not even 2 hours. All my American family love to go to Niagara Falls. You got to see that
at least once.
Yes.
It's one of the 8 wonders of the world. You have to see it at least once.
And our Canadian, the falls on the Canadian side is the more picturesque. Yeah. And he says, my old stomping grounds, DVP and Shepherd. Well, we're just down the street from there.
Not far.
Kiki says that she will be back when the world opens. It's just a 30-minute plane ride. Well, I'm glad, Kiki, and you better look us up when you come because we would love to tour you, take you on a tour of our city. And Pinky says, somebody get Mayor Tory on the phone. I think we have some new Toronto tourism reps.
Shots. Gotta love that.
Listen, I love my city.
We gotta promote the city.
I love my city. And I'm telling you, there was a time when Toronto was New York's stepchild. And growing up, we didn't tell people to come to Toronto. We always wanted to go stateside because we thought it was much cooler to go stateside. But the more that I traveled, the more I realized that we have a world-class city over here, guys. Right here. Kiki's laughing. I accept Mayor Tory. I will definitely be Toronto's new tourism rep. That is 100% for sure. I love my city of Toronto. I grew up here, and this is where I'm going to stay. Much to Nino's dismay, because he would love for us to retire in Jamaica. But hey, I'm a Torontonian through and through.
Why can't we do half and half?
No, we'll see. That's a whole nother story.
We need to do half and half.
Kiki says, oh, Brampton Gardner's here. Hey, Brampton.
Big up Brampton Gardner.
We're on the Don Valley. We're heading north. we've had our little group with us now for a little bit. We've taken them on a tour all over the city. We've gone to visit my dad. He dropped a few words of wisdom on the live. We went to do a wellness check to make sure he was okay and bring him some dinner and some groceries. So now we are heading home back to Scarborough. Now Kiki says that the people here are so nice and everybody had a smile on her face. And Tariq says he's back. Hey Tariq.
Welcome back, Tariq.
He says it's true. We're always going to the States. And I'm telling you, Torontonians are known for being nice to a fault. I mean, you step on somebody's toe here and they're going to tell you sorry. And that's a fact.
Well, you know, they have a thing they call the Great Canadian Standoff. So you get to a door and I get to the door at the same time. And as a Canadian, we're always, after you. No, after you.
Right.
After you. No, after you. And nobody wants to go through that door.
That's right.
Because they're so damn polite. They want to let the other person go.
Now, mind you, it's not perfect here. It's not a utopia. Like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat that. But, yes, we've already passed under the Rainbow Bridge, Brampton. We just passed under that Rainbow Bridge. Now, here, everybody is live and let live. We have every culture imaginable, and every culture has their little area, and everybody is fine. Everybody lives with each other.
Welcome in
Everybody's
another one's
welcome.
community.
If you want to have a little bit of Indian food, Greek food, Jamaican food, Chinese food, everybody knows which part of the city to go.
Italian food, Portuguese.
And as Pinky says, that's the Canadian way. Bra, bra, bra. Big up yourself. That is the Canadian way. And that's the way I've grown up. So when I go somewhere, whether it's Jamaica, whether it's Tokyo, whether it's the boogie down Bronx, if I don't see a mix of people, I feel very strange. I don't like to see a concentration of the same type of people. I like to see a mix of everybody, and I feel so much more comfortable that way because that's what I see in my city. Now, Kiki says, I love how fresh the food was, even in the hotel. And mind you, there are a lot of nice restaurants now that were coming with this different fusion because, like I was saying, there's a lot of different cultures here. Oh, this is the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, it's on somewhere on the right here, I think.
It's behind us.
Oh, we passed it?
We just went under the Rainbow Bridge, Brampton. Sorry.
I know exactly what she was talking about when she said the Rainbow Bridge.
And speaking of rainbows, we have an excellent LGBTQ community here. We have Gay Pride Parade that comes up before Caravana, and that draws people from all over. Whether you're part of the community or not, that draws a wonderful festival. It takes up the whole weekend. And I mean, some people come for that. I've had family members come for that, and we've had a great time there. Now, Annie says, gonna go back to editing. Thanks for the break. One love, everybody.
All right, Annie. Take care. Thanks for supporting.
And I hope everybody that's left in the live jump over to Annie Complex page and show them some love. They've just started their page. They're very new. They need some encouragement and some love from our little group here, guys. Now, Brampton says that can't be the DVP because there's not enough traffic. Are you kidding me? There's too much traffic for this time of night, Brampton. There's too much traffic. Yeah. But this is our city. This is our city. Torontonians are very orderly. Tariq says that he's agreeing with Brampton. There's not enough traffic. I think he's laughing at her.
I think we send some over to the 410.
Yes. Yes. So we're heading east
we're heading north right now.
Well, yes.
So again, we're talking about a woman without no sense of direction. So we're heading north and then we're going to go east.
Yes. Thank you, Brampton. They're going to check out Annie Complex a little bit later. Yes. We need to encourage everybody. Now, if everybody shows some love to at least one person in the live, that would be wonderful. And I'm supposed to ask, I always forget, but I'm supposed to make sure I mention to everybody to give us a thumbs up, because apparently the algorithm likes when they see thumbs ups. So if you haven't already, if you can give me a lovely thumbs up, that would be great. And if you can share the live, that will be great. Now, Brampton says speed limit.
No, we're staying below it.
Oh, you better stay below it, because
I got no money to give them.
This Don Valley is patrolled. Well, she says she's never gone the speed limit on the Don Valley.
And how many?
She says, God, no, the 410 has plenty of cars.
How many?
Oh, she just saw. Very nice. And Linda's here. Hi, friends.
Hey,
Where are you
Linda.
going? Hey, Linda. Well, Linda, we're coming from downtown. We went to see my dad. Now, Linda's met my dad before. Linda would remember my dad from when we were getting the garden all situated. My dad was the foreman. And he was overseeing. If you guys haven't seen that video, when you have some time, it shows you the evolution of my garden, how it went from nothing to the beautiful space that it is today. So that's posted up on my page, and you see my dad there acting like the foreman. So here we are. We're on our way home, Linda. We went to see my dad to do a little wellness check and bring him some dinner. And we started the live by talking about checking on each other and making sure that everybody is doing okay. Whether it's a phone call or a visit, we got to make sure that our village, our circle is doing all right. With the state of the world the way it is, we have to make sure that everybody's, thriving. And Linda says, yes, the first day there, she met him. Oh, yes.
And he's not easily forgettable.
Oh, yes, he's not easily forgettable. And my dad still does everything the old-fashioned. You cannot convince him there are new and improved ways of doing things. And Kiki says we have 22 likes. Lovely. I don't think we've ever got 22 likes. Bring him some tomatoes. Linda, I would, but my father is very particular, and the only tomatoes that he will eat are Roma tomatoes. And he doesn't even know that they're called Roma tomatoes. He just knows the shape, because he says those are the sweetest. He loves tomatoes, by the way. Now, Brampton Gardner says that she went to Burlington Beach today. It was gorgeous, so she's doing all right. Well, that is amazing. Pinky's giving us some claps and saying well done. That we are on our way. We're on our road to 50. Nice. And Tariq says he liked the video as soon as he got the notification. Well, thank you very much,
Thanks
guys.
again, Tariq.
Because, as you know, we've reached our 1,000 subscribers, which is wonderful, and that's thanks to all of you. Now we are chasing the elusive watch time hours. So we still need 1,000 hours, and it feels like 1,000,000, but we need 1,000 hours to get to monetization. So having you all here is a blessing, and I thank you all.
And we're just gonna pluck away one step at a time.
Yeah, sometimes, some days you can't even look at your numbers. You just have to keep pushing on, and the numbers just fall into place. Now, Tariq says that he was at this beach, Burlington Beach, last year, and it was beautiful.
Oh, nice.
And today somebody was showing me, it was Renee, I believe, that was showing me a picture of a blue water beach somewhere here in Ontario.
Oh,
It looks like something straight out of the tropics, and I have to go there. I have to check that out.
And I know that can be
And
near...
Renee, if you're in the live, just throw up the name of that beach. Now, Linda says, that's so cute, we the Roma tomatoes. Yep. Every tomato that has that shape, he just says that they're sweet tomatoes. And that's the ones that he'll eat. Kiki says that this will definitely put a dent into our watch time hours. I hope so. And Pinky says, I'll watch your video so that you can get monetized. I thank you. I thank you. Every little bit counts. So right now, guys, we are in the east end of the city. I do believe that we are officially in Scarborough. Tobermory, the Tobermory Beach, Brampton. I wonder if you have ever been to the Tobermory Beach.
I'm sure Q's been there. I heard her talk about that.
I've seen pictures of that beach, and it looks like something straight out of the tropics. Beautiful, beautiful beach. Now, Kiki says, I just froze a bunch of my tomatoes. It's just too hot to can them. Well, we have a bunch of tomatoes that we're going to harvest tomorrow, actually, because this Sunday we have some plans to have a special guest over. Can you guess who that might be? That special guest is going to bring her tomato knowledge, and we're going to do a little cooking. Now, I'll give it away. That special guest is in the live. That would be Miss Linda. And you know we love Linda. So Linda's going to come, and we're going to do some cooking, and she's going to bring some of that tomato knowledge, and we're going to do some harvesting and talk about those tomatoes. Now, Linda says, yes, she was going to say Tobermory. The water is very clear. Check it out. And she says that there are sunken ships over there too. Oh my goodness. I have to go to Tobermory Beach then. Now, Brampton says that she's just eating them, okay, with some salt with every meal as a side. Well, you kind of have to, because we were all so overzealous, you know, a couple weeks ago when we planted all these wonderful little seedlings, and now we all have tomatoes coming out of our ears, but they're so good. They're so good. Oh, Brampton says that the water over at Tobermory Beach is very cold, she hears. Well, that's the thing about these beaches up this way, or the lakes. We have lakes, not beaches mostly, and it is cold. It is cold water. So we are going to have tomato all day, every day, tomato everything. So we're just exiting here, going down our beloved street. So Linda says, yay for Sunday. So I'm glad you're stoked. Linda is our beloved friend. If you go back into some of my videos, you'll see Linda guest star, I should say, on our video when she brought some of her tomato starts over at the beginning of the planting season. So now we've come full circle, and we're harvesting a lot of those tomatoes. Linda's coming back. We're going to discuss a little bit more about the tomatoes, and Nino's going to do some cooking with some of those said tomatoes. So that is fun. And Linda is no stranger to Nino's cooking. So Linda knows that when Nino gets in the kitchen, there's something good coming out the other end. Now, Kiki says, I have way too much to eat every day, that she canned the cherry tomatoes, and the other day they were piling up again. Now, Kiki, if possible, I would love for you to show us when you're doing the canning of your tomatoes, because I've never canned anything. And I mean, we've just been trying to eat
as much as we can.
And to tell you the truth, there's no reason why we can't freeze the bloody tomatoes. Why haven't we froze them? Because we can use them in sauces.
Canning tomatoes and freezing tomatoes are two completely different things.
No, I know. But I mean, we are not people that would necessarily can the tomatoes, but we would definitely freeze.
And I just want to quickly jump in here, guys. Earlier, at the start of her journey down to see my father-in-law, I commented about this street having one lane of traffic that's permitted, because the other lane is being hashtagged as red all the way, which means only buses and cyclists are allowed. So the entire way, all the way home from here, one lane is hashtagged with red and one isn't. So all these tax-paying drivers have to now pile into one lane, where we leave the other lane completely empty, unoccupied by nothing, unless there's a bus coming or a cyclist. And I just want to say shout out to the mayor and let you know that this is BS. And that's my take on that. But you'll see as we move along. Right now we've got two lanes going. It's going to narrow itself down to one. So I have to make my way over to the left. and you will see that all the way up. If you look all the way up the road, there's only one lane of traffic. The other lane is completely empty, unless, of course, you want to be a violator and you jump in that lane and risk getting a ticket. Look at that. On both sides, only one lane on each side, and one lane red and completely empty.
Now, Brampton Gardner says, she's laughing, and she says she cooked a couple cups of cherry tomatoes with olive oils, herb, and tossed them in pasta. Oh, nice. Nice. That sounds delicious. And she added a little bit of mayo and had it some cold pasta salad as well, and it was good. Well, I think we're all kind of trying to use our tomatoes up. Kiki says she's not the master canner yet, and she doesn't feel comfortable enough to teach. Okay, well, you know what? One day. Well, Pinky says it looks like we have a few topics to speak to Mayor Tory about. Now, let's not piss off the mayor, because we're trying to be Toronto ambassadors, tourism ambassadors. So we can't be buttering him up to be tourism ambassadors and then be cussing him about
we're not
bus lanes.
We're not going to be boot kissers either when he's doing something wrong. And
well, Pinky says we should do a live with him. We should definitely do a live with him.
This project is clearly wrong.
We should definitely. We'll
but
go knock
interestingly
on his door.
enough, though, I was passing on Brimley the other day, and I don't know if you recall, but they had a designated bike lane.
And that's been rubbed
retracted.
Yes.
That's being rubbed out. They need to rub this one out, too.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
Now, Brampton Gardner says she has no interest in canning tomato sauce. No way I can that she can beat La Victoria from Costco. I guess that's a beautiful sauce. I got to try that. Now, Linda says canning tomatoes is much like making jams with a water bath and all that. She says it's easy. Well, maybe we can do that, Linda. Maybe. Now, she says we should film driving through Woodbridge. Is that where Mayor Tory lives? No, he's in downtown Toronto.
My little brother's up in Woodbridge.
Now, Linda says those red lanes should have a time slot.
Thank you, Linda.
When you can use
that would
them
make
and you
sense.
Can't use them. She's also not a fan. That does make sense.
The time
because
slot.
at this time of the night, nobody's using them during rush hour.
Well, when I'm heading to work in the mornings, I'm heading down that way, and there's one lane, and there's a traffic jam all the way to the highway.
At 5 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nonsense.
Now, Kiki says it's easy, but YouTube is brutal. I read some of the comments on people's canning videos, and it was terrible. Oh, wow. You know, I don't know what the point is of somebody giving somebody a negative comment, a brutal negative comment. Constructive criticism, sure, but we have to be nice, guys. Come on. But I hear you, Kiki. I'm not here for the negative comments either, because, you know, I might not be so cordial.
Well, I think we are to.
No, Brampton, it is not a 2-car carpool lane. It is a definite lane designated
and cyclist only.
For buses. Right. And Tariq says, so annoying. Pinky AFM is giving it 2 thumbs down. Those red lanes are 2 thumbs down. So as you can see, we're heading into our little neck of the woods, guys. It has been an amazing time with you all. And I know that my father really enjoyed having the visit. He felt like he had the whole world in his hands, because sometimes when he's sitting there with his pearls of wisdom, he likes to have an audience, you see. And he hasn't had his audience in a while. He usually only has, 1 or 2 of us there at any given time. He hasn't had a group there. So I'm glad that you are all there to say hello and to meet him. And he loves showing you some of his paintings. Now, Kiki says, thanks so much. She had fun. And Brampton says, it's like the carpool lanes. I guess there's carpool lanes in Brampton as well.
Out west.
Yes.
But they're carpool lanes.
Right.
And they allow for carpooling. These ones don't.
Right.
It's inexcusable. Once the police stop you in them, you're done.
Right. So we're just rolling up to our street. I guess you can't really see too much. That's pretty dark. But we're almost home, and it's been an amazing evening with all of you. Tariq says good night. He had a great time chatting with you all. Thank you so much for being here, Tariq. Both times. It was nice having you.
Thank you, guys. Greatly appreciate your support.
And Linda's laughing. She says my dad's audience. You know my dad loves an audience. And Kiki says, don't show where you live.
No, we're not doing that.
No, we're flipping the camera back. So, oh, you already flipped the camera back. So Linda's saying good night, and we're saying good night because we are home, safe and sound. Now I want to switch our lights on, but I wanted to wait until we were... I can't switch my light so you can see me. All right, let me switch it back off. There we go. Anyhow, good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Thank you all for joining us. It has been an excellent evening.
Have a good night, guys.
We'll turn on your light.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks
everybody.
for the support. We appreciate it.
And don't forget, it's a date, September 1st. September 1st. Right, everybody? We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.